Hello and welcome to MCUnhinged, McUnhinged, however you want to say it. I'm your host, Tyler Rims, the showrunner for this episode, and for
This
most
episode?
of them.
What do you mean this episode?
At some point, it's gonna change. At some point, it's gonna change.
Do you think
all
so?
right?
I don't think so.
Shawn wanted to do the Daredevil thing.
I do
and
want to do Daredevil.
I can't take a notes on a show that long. I'll actually kill myself.
There will
anyways.
be a clear drop in quality between episodes too. So,
God,
with me is Shawn and Shibuya. How's it going?
it's going good. I feel kind of prepared for this.
it's going great. We're not talking about Civil War yet, which makes me happy.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's
So-
fair. That's gonna be a mess when we do get to it.
People were asking, where's phase 3? When are you guys gonna start phase 3? No one's asking that. It's in my head. But before we do that, might as well talk about phase 4 a bit, because it's gonna be a while before we get there. And
And
just
it's
ended.
over. Yeah.
Yeah, it just ended. So we're gonna do that. But first, I'd like to let you know that you can find us on Spotify. Obviously, there's a video version in case you want to follow along. They're all video elements to this podcast. Find us on YouTube. It's linked in the description, the playlist. I don't want to link it to the entire VOD channel because that's crazy. But check them out if you can. You know what I'm saying?
Put a little support in there. Just a little bit. Maybe go to his Streamlabs page and go to the tip place. Like, do whatever you want. But maybe a gift sub or
Maybe just buy me another monitor. Just 'cause I could use a third one. Just cause.
Tyler's
maybe
throwing
maybe if
pages
you
and,
know Kevin Feige, hook him up with us, because I'd like to be in a Marvel thing. I don't know.
Yeah, I could be in the background.
I wanted to
That'd
interview
be
him.
cool.
I could be an extra. An interview would be cool, but I don't feel qualified to interview anybody of note.
Yeah,
I
want
feel
to be
more
in the background.
qualified
That way,
to be in the background of something.
that way I can watch and then I go, "Oh, that's me. There's me." And
I
it's
feel
like,
qualified to be extra
back
with
of my
speaking
heel.
role number 1 in X Marvel property.
I don't.
show up in.
I think I'd
Quantumania,
walk
like,
in weird.
Yo, Ant-Man, you're so pog.
I'd be like the extra that runs across screen 3 times in Multiverse of Madness.
Oh my god.
That guy was just lost. First time in New York.
Jesus. I would be
But,
the extra who's screaming, running away from a fight, and then gets squashed by a falling car.
Sometimes it happens. Sometimes you're a funny extra like Clove. Sometimes you're in a bus that gets exploded in Iron Man 1. That's just how it be. But today we're gonna go through our thoughts on every single Phase 4 project. And here's how this is gonna go. Right, we're going in chronological order, release order. And we'll give our thoughts, and then at the end, each of us giving our thoughts, we'll give it a grade from S, A, B, C, F. There's no need for a D. Or didn't finish.
Oh, are
Whatever
D's
you want to
F?
say there?
Okay.
You just
Then
no
I
need for D.
change. I gotta change
that's
the
just,
grade of 2 of these projects really quick.
That's
Oh,
just
you
too
have
many
your
letters.
grades written down, my guy?
Oh, I've got them all. I've got them all.
Imagine.
Yeah, I don't. It's too many letters. Sometimes you gotta cut some.
I'm letting the letters come from my gut like an alphabet soup I had a couple hours ago.
Guys, I have 4 pages of notes on. No, I have 3 pages of notes. The 4th
Wow,
page
yeah.
is just like a paragraph. I have 3 pages and a paragraph of notes on all 18 or however many of these fucking
Yeah, I listened
shows
to a
and
couple
movies there are.
podcasts about a couple of these and was just like, hope I remember the rest of my thoughts on these.
Oh,
You
I
know?
didn't watch any of them again. I just sat down and went, what do I think of WandaVision? Wrote a little bit. What do I think of Falcon
I
Winter
thought
Soldier?
about I thought about like, what do I think of this now versus when I watched it? Because for the ones of Phase 4 that I have seen, it's going to come down to, especially for the TV shows, how well did it age in my brain?
Mhm.
And what was the experience of me watching it? Because some of these, the weekly experience changes it as opposed to the binging experience. So our opinions may vary from yours because you might be going back and trying these for the first time, and Lord knows some of these were more insane to watch weekly.
Yeah. Speaking of that, WandaVision.
Yep.
Very first one. Shawn, why don't you go first? Tell me what you thought about it. Because you're the most prepared.
Yeah, I am very prepared. Do we save letters for last, I assume?
Save letters for last,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah, it's
So-
It's going to make it easier on me to end the edit.
Looking back at Phase 4, I think WandaVision was the most enjoyable experience as a week-to-week show. I think that all the other shows kind of suffer from either being too much like a movie or just not knowing what the fuck they're doing in the case of one of the shows. Whereas WandaVision, I think, like, you know, they taking the sitcom approach really made it feel like an actual television show week to week with a little mystery in, you know, to hold you over throughout all of it. So I very fondly think back to WandaVision and Tyler and I sitting there watching it and Tyler going, hold on a second, rewinding and taking a screenshot of the baby's face, which I believe
Yeah, a funny baby.
he still uses.
The baby just gives this weird side eye.
Yeah, your video changed.
Like, why are you approaching me?
Your video changed on Discord, and I thought you had it pulled up. I thought it was about to pop up. Elizabeth Olsen and Paul Bettany, for me, were like underrated gems of the MCU before this show. So I love that the show gave them their moment to shine, and shine they did. And really, like, I think the only thing that people really get mad about with this show is based around fan expectations. I don't think it's really the show's fault. The whole Mephisto thing is like, I don't think the show ever really, you know, don't worry, I was on that train with you guys, but looking back at it, I don't think there's anything in the show that was like, yeah, Mephisto is going to show up.
Okay. As for me, yeah, I do remember watching this late nights. Me, you, Boomer, Jason, Buddha, all of us.
Yeah, Buddha was
watching this damn.
So out of
watching
context,
this
it's
show.
so weird.
And it was a really enjoyable show week to week. Of course, theories off the charts, crazy hype every week. What the fuck is happening? What the fuck is gonna happen? And you know, of course, Mephisto, Chthon, Nightmare.
Did you just say Chthon?
Yeah, maybe Chthon. I don't know. How
there
to
you
say
go.
it. I
Yeah,
never
it's
met the guy.
Chthon.
There you
Chthon
go.
is what 4Kids did to make it seem like, you know, like Chthonian Soldier was a better card than it was.
That's some Yu-Gi-Oh lore. If you don't know.
It sure is.
Go listen to Millennium Microphone.
I would appreciate that.
Chthon, whoever. There's some helmet that's in the opening for episode 2 that people were talking about. I don't
Some
know.
cool Easter eggs, you know?
A lot of cool Easter eggs that really don't amount to anything and got people way excited. But you know, I liked Wanda and her grief. I liked the sitcom or TV show sort of style, right? Hot take, I think the Ralph Boner joke is very funny.
Yeah.
Because people are so fucking upset.
I think it gets funnier the more upset people get about it. Like there's
like even
a
now
chart.
when people bring up the show and they're like, but the Ralph Boner thing, I giggle inside, you know, because they're still upset about it.
Yeah, I can't, like, imagine being mad 2 years later over a boner joke.
But yeah, there's just so much that people thought was gonna happen, and I was with them for the first 5 episodes.
Wait,
And
can
then I
I
was
guess
like,
where you backed out, where you were like, wait, maybe these people are kind of crazy?
Yeah, go for it.
Was it when they thought Reed Richards was going to be in the next episode? Was that when you were
Oh,
like,
yeah.
you know what? Maybe I shouldn't listen to
Who
these
the
people.
fuck was thinking that?
When
Because
Yeah.
Monica was like, I'm gonna text my engineer friend and he'll make this vehicle for me to get back into the hex. People were like, oh shit, it's Reed Richards. It's gotta be. He's the only person in the world smart enough to do this.
Okay, good. I'm glad I didn't see that kind of shit on the internet. I saw mostly Mephisto talk, and I was like fully on board. And we'll get to why. But
And I was like, ain't no way. Like you can't have Mephisto and Reed Richards and this cameo from fucking the guy from The Office. And Phil the Future. What's his name? What's his real name?
oh, fucking John Krasinski.
No, the other guy.
I'm sorry. Hold on. Guy from Phil the Future.
Quicksilver. Quicksilver.
Oh, fucking Evan Peters. Yeah.
Was
Evan
Evan Peters
Peters.
on The Office? Oh yeah, he
No.
was the pizza guy. He delivered
Fuck,
pizza
he
once,
was.
right?
He was Michael's nephew.
Didn't he deliver a pizza?
Who Michael like spanked. Maybe
Oh
he did.
yeah.
Okay, I'm not. It's been like 6 years since I've watched The
Yeah,
Office.
you're right.
I do not remember this shit.
I know exactly. Yep. Here's a. Hang on.
God.
Here you go, Shibuya.
Oh God, send
Here
me
you
the
go.
photo.
Just. Will it let me? There. Can you put this on
Oh
the podcast?
God.
Yeah, I'll
Is
put it in
this
the
what the
podcast.
white girls are going crazy over? Is this what you people watch?
And he kind of looked that way in Phil the Future too. So
Was he
This is- he
really
was
in
just a
Phil
lot
the
grosser.
Future?
he's like one of Phil's like main like friends.
Oh my fucking God, I need to go back
Him
and
and
watch
Brenda
Phil the
Song.
Future.
But
God damn.
it's a good show. You know, I liked it. I liked that it was about Wanda. I liked her kids. I liked Monica.
Oh, Catherine
I liked that
Hahn was
Wu
great.
here. Yeah, Catherine Hahn killed it. Her song's a little grating though. After a while, it's still a good song though.
Yeah.
I like the use of the word perfidious. I think it's a good word. Tyler Hayward kind of sucks, but you know,
Yeah,
you
but
win
like
some, you lose some. White Vision's cool.
bad villains is kind of the theme of
Yeah.
these shows.
Not to spoil the rest of our Phase 4 opinions yet, Shawn.
Yeah. No, I'm
time.
just saying it's a running theme. It's fine, you know.
Yeah, no, it's been a thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we talked about it a lot
But,
on the podcast in Phase 1 and 2.
I mean, yeah.
I think as a weekly experience, it definitely heightened. As a binge, it's kind of like, you know, it's still good. It's just like not as good. But I'm excited for everything new they brought in, of course, leading into the Marvels and stuff like that. So, what about you, Shibuya?
Okay, so WandaVision was an insanely good opener to Phase 4. Like, even though we knew that that this was going to be the start of a new saga and we had lost a few of our bigger Avengers, I think WandaVision was a fucking fantastic way to just be like, all right, we're exploring new shit, we're setting up new shit, but this one's going to be more about like going in depth with some of our pre-existing characters and looking into their fucking like the repercussions of actions from previous phases, because WandaVision as an exploration of her grief and how she is failing to process that grief, this is the most likable Wanda has ever been for me, full stop. I think this show is so well acted on the part of Elizabeth Olsen, and why am I forgetting his fucking name? Vision.
Paul Bettany.
Paul Bettany.
Yeah.
Yes, I think they carry this shit so
Yeah.
hard. I also think that this show was one that, like, if you were not watching weekly, you were losing out on part of the experience, because they took full advantage of that weekly release schedule for this show. They knew exactly what they needed to do to drum up fan theories, fan interest, keep the conversation going. I hate the culture around Marvel shit, where anytime a new thing drops, people pretend that you don't have to worry about spoilers because everyone will have automatically seen it. Because
You definitely have to worry.
yeah, a lot of these shows I would watch with my mom, and so she wouldn't be able to watch the night of. We would watch like the day after on the Friday.
Mhm.
So I would constantly have to just avoid social media in general, or I would be spoiled immediately on certain things, and that part of it sucks. But I think this show has absolutely helped by the weekly thing the most out of anything in Phase 4 that I've seen. This is a disclaimer that I have not seen everything in Phase 4. I think Catherine Hahn is fucking incredible here.
God, she's so good.
And yeah, the song is grating, but that's only because motherfuckers were spreading it around constantly after it happened
That's
for
true.
months.
That's true.
Like, in the moment, that shit is perfect. I just think this
Perfidious.
is...
It's just like a.
it's a solid word. I do appreciate it a lot. I love the things they're setting up here. I love the connecting threads. This is like the first instance where we're seeing the repercussions of the blip.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the way that's carried over is fucking fantastic.
Oh yeah, there's that awesome shot.
Showing
when she comes
Monica,
back.
yeah.
Yep.
So, WandaVision, truly the JoJo Fridays of the MCU.
Yeah.
Sure.
It never really happened again. you just you wouldn't get it, Shawn.
No, I
JoJo
wouldn't.
Fridays was an experience.
It
and
sure was.
Netflix took that
Sure.
away from us.
Yep.
Those fucking bastards.
Okay.
Shawn, you just don't get it.
I don't.
You
No, you're
just
right.
don't get it.
I
Alright,
don't
by the
It's
end of
like
WandaVision-
WandaVision in that you had to fucking be there, man.
Yeah, I believe you. I'm not arguing.
So by the end of WandaVision, I was very sympathetic to Wanda. That's obviously not gonna stick around when we get into later things. But let's give our grades here. Shawn, what would you grade this?
WandaVision is an A for me.
Okay. Shibuya?
It is not perfect, but it is fantastic, and I think I will have to give it an A as well.
All right. I will also give it an A. I think obviously there are some flaws, but it's still very, very good.
Mm-hmm.
Next up is Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Shawn, take it away.
Really great performance. Like the theme of these shows as well is that the leads are all really good. So Anthony Mackie and Sebastian Stan are both really, really great in here. Some cool standout characters like U.S. Agent and Isaiah Bradley. Unfortunately, the show is dragged down by a villain plotline that is just fucking terrible. The Power Broker storyline is like really a massive logical leap. Like it's a massive leap, like some other things on this list. And the Flag Smashers make a hard right turn halfway through to justify them being villains, because like they enter the show as like maybe people should have rights, and the show is halfway through is like, oh wait, we need to make them the bad guys. Let's make them do some shit that is extremely out of character for what has been established so far. So it's a fine show. I think it's like, unlike WandaVision, I feel like this could end up being kind of skippable. I guess we'll see what happens in Cap 4, but I feel like pretty much everything resolves itself in the way that you would expect by the end. Unlike another entry on the list. But yeah, I like this show.
All right. So for me, I absolutely love Falcon and Winter Soldier. Of course, the Flag Smashers fucking suck. Carly Morgenthau, god awful, right? The Sharon stuff, terrible, right? Is one of the worst twists I've ever seen in my life. But I still liked it. I like, of course, I love Sam. I love Bucky. I think they play their parts well. They have good chemistry. They play these weird bickering friends really good. And there's some good jokes. I like the big three joke. I like, the Hobbit. The therapy stuff.
Yeah.
And the Flag Smashers are weird. I gotta cut them a little bit of slack just because of COVID stuff. They had rewrites, reshoots, stuff like that. But there's only so much slack you can cut.
I feel like I hear people say that all the time, but I've never heard any proof that was a thing.
There's definitely like the Mama Danya stuff, where like they casted someone to play Mama Danya, like not like someone well known that we would know, but someone not small for that role.
Okay.
To do what? Lay in a bed?
Yeah.
There's definitely you can definitely see some ADR, in there as well. But the Flag Smashers are just weird because they do start off kind of like these Robin Hood-esque kind of like, maybe it was better in the blip, but kind of like that.
And
But
it's
then-
not even like it's not even like maybe it was better in the blip. It's like these people have lives now, and you're trying to displace them based like 5 years happened, and you can't just pretend that it didn't, and that these people aren't like in places now. Yeah.
But then Carly goes from like that mentality to like, I'm gonna just murder everyone
For
Fuck
no
it.
reason.
For no reason. And the weird part is, and I feel like this is definitely where some reshoots came in. Some of her team definitely pushes back on her, but not enough.
Yeah, they push back
They're
like
like-
once, and then
They're
all
like, hey, and then sometimes they're like, I'm not gonna say the one world kind of thing. but
yeah,
no one ever actually stands up, even though they're all super soldiers. You know, they could take her, right?
yeah.
But Zemo stuff is cool. I like seeing him
I forgot
don
he
the
was in
mask
this
for
show.
all of 5 seconds.
Yeah, there's some really
His
good action sequences in
funny butler, yeah.
with that.
All the stuff with Bucky trying to make amends. I know people want to see the reaction of the old man that like what Bucky told him, but I don't think the reaction is what's important there.
Yeah, I like that it's kind of like a personal thing. It's not something we need to be privy to. I think that works.
But I do hate that he missed out on that mommy at the bar, dude. But that's okay because he's eyeing Sam's sister, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's
He
true.
got to come to the cookout.
He
That's
did.
all I'm saying. Shibuya, what do you think?
All right. I think where WandaVision does a really good job of exploring people's like psyche and the consequences of things that have happened throughout the MCU. I think Falcon and Winter Soldier tries to do that also and sort of trips over itself in a lot of places. I think the Flag Smashers are more of an interesting idea than they are like an imposing threat, because this thing of like, yeah, the entire world has changed so much in these 5 years and now so many people are displaced, and like thinking maybe Thanos was right because their economical situation and like their fucking living conditions have gone to shit. It's an interesting idea. If they had, you know, not fumbled it so hard, maybe they would be more memorable.
Because I genuinely can't remember because it's been so long. Is the Thanos was right thing a Flag Smasher thing? I thought that was just I thought that was in a different show. That was like
that was on Hawkeye. That was on Hawkeye.
That was like
in the restroom.
That was graffiti in the Hawkeye restroom. But what I'm saying is that like
that
the consequences of Thanos' actions have left all these people with the mindset of like, oh yeah, the world was like kind of better when half the population was fucking gone, and things have now gone to shit now that everything is quote back to normal. I love the exploration of Bucky's PTSD. The therapy stuff is great. His therapist was fucking riot the entire time. And I think the Sam and Bucky dynamic has always been really fucking strong throughout the MCU, so having a show of that is really solid. I enjoy Zemo. I don't enjoy Sharon. And I liked having the Dormalaji show up, even if it was only very briefly. It was so fucking good
to
for
beat
just
the shit out of John Walker.
U.S. Agent, I know he's gonna come back and be important later, but in this show, it's not handled great.
Well, he's not likable.
Well, of course he's not likable, but I think like just the way he was handled was fucking farcical in places. Like, yeah, we knew how this shit was gonna end, but the way he got there to being like reviled as a public figure instead of praised as the next Captain America, it's like, you people couldn't see this earlier?
Do you mean like what about like how quickly he quote unquote redeems himself at the end?
Oh no,
like,
I hate that shit.
Like on a fucking dime.
Okay, well, hold on. I want to push back on that. I don't think he redeems himself. I don't think he does either. I think he does a good thing, and you know, it's a step in the right direction. And of course, Julia Louis-Dreyfus's first appearance here in this show as whatever the fuck her
Valentina.
Yeah.
You know, she gives him that suit that's just black.
God.
The worst fucking line in history.
Oh, fuck.
We're gonna need a U.S. agent.
Jesus Christ. I don't think he redeems himself either, but I think the show plays it like he redeems himself.
Yeah, which is completely fucking stupid. And I think have done that.
I think John Walker's unlikable.
Mm-hmm.
That's not anything new. But I do love him. I think he's a sort of an interesting character to look at when you see someone who is sort of put in this position. You know, there's a lot of pressure. People don't like him because he's Captain America, but he's not. You know, he's not Steve, right? No one can be. And that's definitely how that reads for Sam and Bucky at first, at least. And of course, Sam just gave the shield. They gave John the shield, like maybe the next day.
Yeah,
things are trepidatious, right? And then the fans definitely don't like him because he isn't Steve.
Yeah.
I
I think
feel
Wyatt
like
Russell, the
he-
actor, does such a good job of playing that, though.
Yeah,
No, the actor
he's
does a great
aggressive,
job in that role.
sort of a piece of shit.
Yeah.
But he's not evil. He's just like he makes some missteps for sure.
Yeah, makes some really bad decisions. Like takes that guy's head off.
Yeah, he sure
but
does.
but fuck that guy, right?
No, I don't know.
They just killed.
fucking
They just killed his friend, and they strapped his friend to like a
by accident.
I don't know.
Is an eye for an eye?
Carly's the one who did it.
Okay, now here's the thing with Falcon and Winter Soldier. This is one of those things where it should not have been a TV show. I think the moral of the story being you cannot live in the shadow of your predecessors would have been very fucking cool if they had done it in a much shorter runtime, in a much more focused story. The Flag Smashers could have been like set up here and then elaborated on in a different show or something. I think that would have worked out a little better. And having the U.S. agent versus Sam's Captain America thing of like, how do you take up the mantle? Neat idea, neat concept. Should not have been a fucking TV show.
Yeah, it's so long.
The crux of it.
And this is a show that didn't work for me week to week. In that, like, I was just like, all right, let's get to the end of it, you know?
Yeah. Like there weren't any good cliffhangers to keep me, hanging on for dear life until next week, you know?
Except for that one cliffhanger where he took the dude's head off.
Well, that's one.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
but 1 out of 6 is not a passing grade.
Absolutely.
All the Isaiah stuff was good. Excited for Eli to come in.
Oh, dude, I can't
Hell
wait.
yeah.
His sidekick is cool. He's barely in it, but
Battlestar?
Well, no, not John's. Falcons.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Red Wing? Oh, Torres. Yeah, Torres.
Yeah, and I think he's coming back for Tab 4.
He has to. He's gonna be Falcon.
Yeah, so we'll see.
All right. So Shawn, what are we grading it here?
This is a B for me. It would be an A if the villain plotline didn't suck so bad, but it's a B.
Me? I'll give it. I'll still give it an A. You know, yeah. I think Sam and Bucky really carry it, along with all the other side characters aren't Sharon Carter or the fucking
Carly
Flag
Morgenthau.
Smashers. Yeah. Shibuya?
I think Sam and Bucky can only do so much to carry a show that's so inherently flawed and so clearly meant to set up 17 other things.
I don't know. I mean, but he drank that drink with the snake egg in it.
He did do that. It's not
like
enough.
a pimp.
I'm gonna have to give Falcon and Winter Soldier a C. I'm so sorry. This format is not it for this story. And as much as I like what they're setting up, that's all this is setup.
Okay. All right, Shawn. Loki.
Loki's fucking excellent. Gave me really heavy True Detective vibes in like a weekly mystery show with a great cast, a great writing, a great score. Unlike WandaVision, like, you know, where we were all kind of expecting a twist that wouldn't really fit with the rest of the show. The twist at the end of this show that comic book fans were expecting was also being set up by the show, and we got Kang at the end, which was awesome. In my favorite...
No, not Kang.
Yeah, sorry, He Who Remains. Sorry, He Who Remains.
You know, but Nathaniel Richards kind of guy.
My favorite... This is the only show that has hit the landing and, like, really well for me. I think, like, the entire final episode being essentially dialogue after what was an extremely explosive 5th episode worked perfectly. Jonathan Majors and Sophia DiMartino, who played Sylvie, just
love my life.
Fucking kill it. I just so good. And obviously Tom Hiddleston is good, but for me, Sylvie stole the show. Even though I did enjoy Tom Hiddleston as Loki. And yeah, I love this show so much. And a great supporting cast with the other TVA agents.
Yeah.
And the other Lokis, like in episode 5. Yeah, a great show.
I love Loki.
The dog?
It's definitely, yeah, the dog. I don't know why I said it weird, but it is interesting seeing a Loki that's from 2012 kind of get the highlight reel of what fucking happens to him later on.
Like when
And
Lady
sort of-
Sif just kicks him in the balls over and over again.
It's so good.
And she's really mean about it too. She's like, you deserve to be alone for the rest of your life.
Boom!
Knee to the balls, punch to the face, walk off screen, come back the other side. Kind of a weird cameo from Jamie Alexander. Not gonna lie.
Better cameo than in Thor, though.
Yeah, that's true. She did a lot more here, I guess.
Shit.
But it's a great show. It's another good weekly show. Loved Mobius. Loved Sylvie. I got a real good look into what makes a Loki tick. And the TVA, really interesting place, really nice place to look at.
Oh yeah, the set design is incredible.
All the like Easter eggs to not only like you know, just common mysteries in the real world, but like, you know, this product's not on the market anymore, but they have it here because why wouldn't they? You know, the stones in the drawer was a very good, like,
very funny.
What a
It
good
made me
gag.
so mad.
Oh, people were upset about that. B-15's good. I don't know the actress's name.
Yeah, I can't remember her name either. What do you think
Tara
about
Strong
Renslayer?
is Miss Minutes. Renslayer?
I think she's fine. I'm excited to
yeah,
see
she's
more
okay.
of her in season 2.
Yeah. Given who that character is, she's definitely one to look out for.
Tara Strong jump scared the shit out of me in
Yeah,
the
oh,
finale.
God,
God.
I was not ready for that. But fucking He Who Remains, the actor, Jonathan Majors.
Yeah.
What a fucking dude. He really tore up that 6th episode.
Yeah.
He did a lot. It was good, you know.
Single-handedly made me excited for an Ant-Man movie.
Yeah. I ain't never seen an Ant-Man movie in theaters, but god damn it.
Yeah,
we
this
go.
is gonna be my first one too. Let's go.
And you know, just some interesting dynamic between Loki and Sylvie, obviously. There's the kiss. People have thoughts about that.
Yeah,
I'm
very
okay with it.
controversial.
I'm all right with it, you know. Do your thing, Loki.
If anybody was gonna fuck themselves, it was gonna be Loki. I mean,
Yeah,
like-
But I
Loki
do
is
love-
the one who just realistically is the most likely and least weird choice for that sort of
yeah.
thing.
I don't know that you could
I
do that with
do-
anybody else.
I do love the line though, towards the end where he's just like, we're on opposite sides of this because you can't trust, I can't be trusted.
Oh God.
So good.
We didn't even mention the good vision line from
Oh, yeah.
fucking episode 8, but
Yeah.
it's all over the place. Or Vishon. I love Vishon.
Is that what we're calling white vision?
No, you haven't heard it.
no.
Hold on, I got it.
Sean, find
it-
Sean Vishon
oh,
for
God.
us.
I got you.
But Loki, incredible show.
I
wanna rewatch
I
it.
can't
I
make
haven't.
this joke. I found this online. All right.
Okay.
I wouldn't be allowed to
Yeah.
make this joke, but this is other people made this joke.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that one. It's been a hot minute. Oh my God, he's got like the rock sweater and
Yeah.
chain.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good.
Real good. A lot of good WandaVision memes out there.
Honestly.
But what do you think of Loki?
I think Loki being the most Kingdom Hearts ass shit that the MCU has ever attempted and successfully pulled off. I fucking adore Loki. I think having the TVA as like this central setting and this device for going through alternate like timelines and going to like the far reaches of the universe is fantastic. I think the chemistry with every main actor here is phenomenal. I think Owen Wilson being good in this show was such an important thing. If he was not good, the beginning of the show would not have kept anyone. He's so good. I hope he gets that fucking jet ski, I swear to God.
He better.
Loki and Sylvie, great dynamics. Episode 5, funny as fuck. Love that alligator. So good. And that's 6th episode. The most Kingdom Hearts shit I have ever seen in non-Kingdom Hearts media. And I love it to death. I'm so excited for the future of the MCU. Specifically because of, like, setting this shit up. And I'm so excited for season 2 of this show because of where the cliffhanger landed. I think, like, as far as cliffhangers go, Loki is second only to WandaVision on keeping you hooked weekly. let alone keeping you hooked for the next season in fucking 2 or 3 years. Goddamn, where is it? I need it.
This year, baby, this year.
I'm so excited.
I'm so excited.
All right, Shawn. What's your grade? What's your raid?
Oh,
What's the letter?
This might throw you off a little bit. I hope this is okay. This is an A+ for me.
You can say S.
I hate S. S is so, but that's like a tier ranking thing.
This is a tier ranking.
Is that what we're doing? I was just giving them grades.
Yeah, S is better than A. If you want to go A+, you just say S. It's just like
if there's anything that like
S.
breaches the top, we can make a triple S or something.
Fine, it's S. S is the top for mine. Then it's the. This is perfect. I wouldn't change a single thing about it.
Okay, great. Then tell us about Black Widow.
Tyler,
Bro,
I'm
what
the
about
only
our
one that gave it a grade.
Bro, did we forget the format?
Hey guys, welcome to my podcast where I grade every
Look, I've been up since
entry.
fucking 5 a.m. All right,
right,
fucking leave
that's
me
fine.
alone. I'll also give it an S. Shibuya.
This is the one. This one gets my S.
All right, Shawn. Black Widow.
All right.
That what you wanted? Nothing changed.
Yeah. All right. Black Widow is a fine movie, and people, they've gaslit themselves into thinking that they hated it from the beginning, but they didn't. I remember you guys when the royal you guys, everybody in the world.
I'm like, not me.
Not you guys specifically. Although Tyler, you fucking said this movie was fine. But when the movie came out,
it is.
Pretty much everybody online was like, "Hey, not the best MCU movie, fine entry into the MCU." And now people are like, "This is the worst movie ever made." And I'm like, "Fucking what?" There's much worse movies on this list. I think it's a fine movie. It definitely does more to set up the side characters as future mainstays in the MCU than actually like resolving any sort of storyline for Natasha. And really, I mean, this movie is about Florence Pugh and David Harbour. They steal the show, Yelena and Alexei, who we're going to see both of them again. We're going to see both of them again pretty soon.
Don't forget Taskmaster.
And Taskmaster. I always forget the Taskmaster's coming back. I'm actually really excited for that. The plot is pretty lackluster, but, at least, like, at no point in the movie am I like, this doesn't make any fucking sense, or it doesn't, like, take a dive at any point. It's just, like, the same level of meh.
We're building up to it.
The whole time. It's a consistent fine movie.
Black Widow. I like this movie. Not like a lot, but I think it's all right. Well, of course, Florence Pugh, Alexei, David Harbour, fucking kill it. They steal the show. They're so fucking funny. Excited to see Red Guardian again. Florence Pugh, younger than Tom Holland. That's crazy. That blows my mind. Also,
What?
she dated Zach Braff for a while.
Yeah, that was weird.
That doesn't work in my head.
No,
That-
that's weird.
That doesn't make sense in my brain either. What the fuck? Like, honey, you can do better.
Yeah, also, you're
But,
much
yeah.
younger than him.
This movie, maybe she really likes Scrubs. I get it. It's a good show for the first 4 seasons, but this movie definitely not that much about. I mean, Black Widow's definitely there for sure. She is around. Also interesting character Rick Mason, the guy who gets her all her stuff. Son of the Tinkerer. Are they gonna play on that?
No.
Probably
Maybe.
not. No.
Maybe in Thunderbolts.
I mean,
Which-
Tinkerer was in Spider-Man.
Thunderbolts seems to be more and more a sequel to Black Widow, so maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Other than that, yeah, plot's okay. We do get some follow-ups to that in Hawkeye. Fucking Val's back. We don't really, there's really just not much else there besides like the fake life. Gotta defeat the Red Room. Black Widows are free now. That's cool. Taskmaster was cool. I don't mind that it was a woman who didn't speak. People are upset about it though. They really liked Daniel Task or whatever the fuck his name was.
Nobody gave a fuck about Taskmaster before this movie came
I
out.
gave a fuck.
Taskmaster was
NBC3,
just
he was
yeah.
gas.
That's what I was gonna say. Taskmaster was just the guy I know from fucking Marvel vs. Capcom.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I only
he
know
was
him from
sick as hell in
Spider-Man.
Marvel vs. Capcom.
You fight him in Spider-Man.
Yeah, he's also
a
in
few times.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Also, the fucking terrible Avengers game.
Okay, we're not.
Oh yeah,
We're not
too
talking
many
about
times.
that. I'm
Too
denying
many
that thing's
Taskmaster
existence until I'm
facts.
forced to look at it.
All right, Shibuya, what do you think about Black Widow?
All right. Well, I have seen the trailer. Florence
Okay.
Pugh, incredible. In this role. Weird timing for a Black Widow movie. Now that we know
Yeah,
this bitch
yeah,
is
it definitely
fucking
came
dead.
out way too late.
I remember after Avengers came out, and there was like the clamoring for people, just going, "Please give Natasha a movie, fucking girl power, let's go." And then by the time it was finally in production, everyone was like, "Why are you giving Scarlett Johansson her own solo movie? Fuck off!" And it's the funniest shit because I've never seen such a quick 180. I think as just sort of a thing for like early phase 4 while you're waiting for other stuff, it's not a bad idea to just have a movie like this where it seems mostly based on the action. I'm excited to see more of these characters later down the line. But I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this one.
I like when Florence Pugh does the poser thing.
Yeah, and I like when she does the
pose.
pose.
The pockets.
I like when she does the pose later in the movie and then like is disgusted by it.
Yeah.
Based.
And then, the whole thing is that, like, oh, Natasha got that vest she was wearing in Infinity War from her sister. That's not a detail I ever thought about ever in my life.
No.
If there's one thing the MCU excels at, it's doing the shit of explaining things that never needed to be explained.
See, Spider-Man was in since Iron Man 2. It all makes
It all makes sense.
Everything is connected, whether you want it to be or not.
Dreykov's daughter, Taskmaster.
Yeah.
So, Shawn, what's your ranking for Black Widow?
This ends up being a B for me. It started as a C, but at least it's consistently okay the whole way through and doesn't have any big like rises or dips. And like I said, Florence Pugh and David Harbour are both really good, so they drag it out of C into B.
Okay. I'm gonna give it a B as well. I think it's fine. It's neat. It has some good moments. Like when David Harbour goes, "You named the pig after me?"
Oh man.
When he's telling her the story in the bedroom. Yeah.
I just remember watching, because I didn't know anything about these characters. I didn't know what that fake life at the start was. But when they're running from S.H.I.E.L.D. or whoever, and he fucking takes the trash can and throws it with one arm, I was like, what the fuck? He's a super soldier? Anyway, Shibuya, you haven't watched it.
I'm gonna throw it into my list. I feel like there's gonna have to be a divide, because I feel like there's going to be the did not watch but will probably watch later, and the did not watch, no thanks, I'm never touching it.
What about
this
give it like an NI for NI is a bad combination. We're just not interested, Like
yeah. I think this one's gonna go in haven't seen but might watch it at some point, because Florence Pugh, I'm in it for her alone, honestly. Her character, I'm sold on that bitch. I want to see more of her. And it just seems like a fun squad.
Shawn, what if?
What if we skipped What If? Hey, you know what?
This is the only time you'll probably hear us talk about What If, and
until we get to it to talk about it. It's a somewhat interesting anthology that has lots of ups and downs. I think that if it was trying to be more than it is, I would feel less about it, but it acknowledges that it's kind of a wacky Saturday morning cartoon. Like, here, let's just fucking, you want to see what if this happened? Boom. Like, this doesn't matter. It's just some stuff to fill time between MCU releases. And it actually fits the format of a TV show, unlike all of the rest of their TV shows except for WandaVision. So, What If is fine. What If is whatever.
Okay. For me, What If, as Dwayne The Rock
Yeah.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson, as he would say, it's the biggest piece of dog shit. It's
biggest.
So biggest. The biggest piece of dog shit. I'm just quoting him. All right. That's not how I personally feel, but I'm just quoting what he says. Right. I don't like this show though. It's bad. I think I don't mind the anthology thing, obviously. They don't have to be connected. But then they kind of are, kind
Yeah,
of.
at the end we get a cool little team up.
But like out of the 9 episodes, I like 3 of them. So, and there's supposed to be a 10th, and the character from that 10th one shows up in the finale. Like we watched the 10th episode. Like we watched that episode. We fucking didn't. You cut that one out. Why not cut out a different episode? But you know what? Whatever. Like the first episode with Captain Carter. Come on. What was that? Right?
I love that episode.
Imagine going, what if someone else became Captain America that day? And then basically doing the movie from that point almost exactly the same.
But then there's like an eldritch being at the end.
Yeah, but and then she ends up in the future because of a portal. And it's time, you need the Avengers.
Now it's time for Winter Soldier.
And then we see her again, and guess what? She's doing the exact same fucking thing Steve's doing at the start of Winter Soldier. But this time on the boat, it's fucking, Steve might be there, the Hydra Stomper. Oh, but they're having the exact same conversation with Black Widow because, Peggy doesn't want to have a date because she's waiting for Steve. She never got that dance. It's like, shut the fuck up. T'Challa was cool. Some of the last performances from Chadwick Boseman are in this. So that was a cool episode. The evil Ant-Man one, bad. Doctor Strange had a good episode.
Better Doctor Strange, or best Doctor Strange representation in the whole Phase 4.
Yeah. Zombies, I fucking sleep.
Oh, I love the zombie episode.
The Killmonger episode was pretty cool. Killmonger just replaces Obadiah Stane, which makes it better. Also, Rhodey's there. Don Cheadle Rhodey. Party Thor, bad. Ultron winning.
Episode.
Yeah, okay. I don't know how you get all the stones, but whatever. And then, of course, they all team up for a fight. And Gamora, who killed Thanos, is there, but we don't know how that happened. So whatever. It's bad. It's a bad show, just based on statistically how many episodes I liked on it. Shibuya, what about you?
What if I didn't have anything to say about What If? Wouldn't that be quirky and funny?
It would be.
That's it?
All right, Shawn, what's your grade?
This gets a C- from me.
Okay. This is an F for me.
C-, I feel like just means F, Shawn.
No, because there's Fs on this list, and this isn't an F.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Should I just bring back the... No, I can't. You've already changed your numbers. I'm just gonna put it in C for you, Shawn. I'm not making
just keep it bottom of C.
It's not the same tier as the C stuff, though.
Okay, they'll hear that, but on the visual, it's gonna be a C.
All right.
You don't want it to be too cluttered on screen, man.
It's like the tiniest
I can't have too many symbols. Okay.
What do you mean? It's a minus. Okay.
Shawn, I gotta make all this stuff. I haven't even made it yet. I gotta make all this stuff.
I feel like there's gotta be like simple. A tier maker tier list for Phase 4. This can't be that hard.
No, there probably is. I always make a tier list whenever the movies come out. I always make it myself too. Yeah, F for me. It's bad. You said C as well?
I mean, I have not seen What If. I think there's a couple episodes I might go and check out on their own, but on the whole, I think like of these 9 episodes, probably not gonna watch most of them. So probably put in did not watch, not really interested for me.
I will not be watching season 2.
I will be. You will hear all about it from me.
Cool, you can be our expert on What If.
I am, just like I'm the expert on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. You want to talk about Shang-Chi now?
Shang-Chi in the Legend of the Ten Rings.
Great fucking movie. Really fun, really exciting. A great villain, which irregular for Phase 4. Tony Leung is like one of the greatest. He's one of my favorite villains in the MCU, personally. This movie calls back to Iron Man 3s in ways that make me like things from Iron Man 3, which Iron Man 3 isn't able to do. And just, in terms of introductions to new MCU characters, it's probably the best in Phase 4, I think.
Yeah. Shang-Chi, one of my favorites. Loved Simu Liu as Shang-Chi. Loved Tony Leung. Loved his sister. I don't know the actress's name. Loved all the fights, like the action scenes.
Oh God.
There's definitely not enough of them for sure, but I do like the ones that are there. They're really good, really well choreographed. I do like we saw Wong in trailers. We saw
Yeah.
Abomination,
Yeah.
and we know where that goes.
Yeah, that really didn't work out as well as I.
But such a great movie, such good meaning. I'm glad that there are some aspects they don't take. Like I kind of thought that some things were gonna line up the way they were gonna be. You know, is that vague enough for you, Shawn?
I would. Are you trying to avoid spoilers?
I'm glad that him and Katie are just friends.
Ah, yes,
You know?
yes.
I think that's nice, but also I can't be the only one, Shawn. Right?
What?
Just sit with me for a second.
Okay.
I'm in the theater. He's talking about how he got sent on his first mission to kill some guy, right? To kill this guy.
Mm-hmm.
And that he says he didn't do it, but eventually he comes clean and says that he did. And I can't be the only one who was like, oh shit, did he kill Katie's grandpa?
What?
Because in the beginning, right, her grandpa's dead. Her grandma has that chair out for him.
What?
You don't think that just makes sense?
No, I don't. So wait, are you saying that he then went and befriended this girl because he killed her grandpa?
Because he felt bad about killing her grandfather.
Is this some
Yes.
Bucky Barnes shit all over again? What the fuck?
No, that is not what I thought was happening at any point until you just said it right now.
I'm just
2
5
years later. I don't think so.
Tyler 12 steps ahead of even Kevin Feige at all times.
Just wait till we reveal it in the next thing he's in, dude. Just wait. But all the stuff, the visuals were cool. Ending fight was cool. Fucking Ben Kingsley, awesome. Gasp when I saw him.
Yeah.
Great movie, great tone, great message. Shibuya, Shang-Chi.
I've seen the trailer for Shang-Chi. I think the action looks very cool. I think bringing back the 10 rings after all this time and like actually addressing it after all of the shit in Iron Man 3 is an interesting idea. And stories about like family legacy and what that means and forging your own path. They're a little played out, but this one seems fine because like I'm always down for mystical elements and also just sick people punching each other with some effects over it.
I do love the trailer. It was like, I
yeah.
gave you 10 years to live your life. Now it's time to come home or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So Shawn, what do you give it? What's your grade?
This is my second S of the list. Shang-Chi gets an S from me.
Oh, okay. I'd also give her an S. Banger movie. Julia?
Haven't seen it, but I absolutely will be.
Awesome. Shawn, Eternals.
All right, look, I'm gonna get it out
Put
of the
your
way right
fucking-
now.
Put your fucking army helmet on, dude.
I
Get in
will-
the trenches.
I right now I'll say probably one of the worst villains in the MCU. Definitely not the worst.
Oh, yeah.
Looking at you, Malekith,
Absolutely.
and fucking the guy from Iron Man 3. But look, in the end, it doesn't matter that he's the worst,
just
one of the
Killian.
worst villains. Yeah, Killian, that guy. It doesn't matter that Crow sucks because it's not really what the movie's about. He's barely in it. The fact that this movie was able to give really good characterizations to a full team of 8 characters that I knew nothing about beforehand is a massive accomplishment. I do not think I've seen character work done on a scale this large as well ever in like these big ensemble movies. Stunning visuals and depictions of superpowers. It's got the best depiction of super speed that I've ever seen in like a movie or television show.
Wait, Shawn, which characters do you don't think got good characterization?
In this?
Yeah,
Aren't there 8 Eternals?
there are 10.
Oh no. Which one am I missing? Dude, I went to say 10 and then I looked it up to make sure I was right when I was writing all this down and I counted 8.
No, there's
1, 2,
Gilgamesh,
3.
Athena, Phastos, Circe, Icarus, Druid, Makari, Ajax, Kingo, and Sprite.
Man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Not. I still only count 9 when I'm looking at the cast list. What am I looking at wrong?
Oh, there are 10 here.
1, 2,
1,
3.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, sorry, I count way too fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Why is one kept off of the cast list on Wikipedia, or am I just reading this wrong? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, the fucking cast list has 9. I don't know why.
Who's missing?
It has Circe, Icarus, Kingo, Sprite, Phastos, Makari, Gilgamesh, Ajax, and Athena.
So it's missing Druid.
Yeah, why is it missing Druid? Oh, I found Druid. Never mind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10. Some of them have like really big paragraphs, and some of them are just their character name, so it's hard to count them. Anyways, 10 great characterization of 10 characters. That's even more impressive in this movie's favor. And I had no knowledge about any of them beforehand.
Yeah. Oh, is that all you have to say about it?
No, I love this movie. I think it's the characterizations and the relationships between the characters is what really makes it so good, even if it has a lackluster villain. And like I said, visuals, maybe some of the best visuals of Phase 4. So, I mean, probably of the MCU in general. So, like, I'm into it.
Yeah, really good movie. I liked it. I enjoyed it. Again, just what Shawn said. I didn't know shit about these characters before I walked into the theater. By the time I came out, I could name all 10 of them.
Yeah, I could name all 10 of them a year and a half ago. They haven't really. There's been a lot since then, so I don't know if I could do it right this second. But if I watched the movie again, I could immediately.
Bro, don't you have the cast list right in front of you? Couldn't you?
Well, yeah, but that'd be cheating though. But the idea is you can name all 10 without looking at a list because of how well they're written in the movie. Which, if I watched the movie right now, I could definitely do that.
Very good visuals. Makari, probably the best speedster depicted without slow motion in a movie.
Sorry, my beloved.
She's so goddamn fast. When she fucking grabs Icarus and slams into the mountain and starts fucking running at him and making sonic booms and shit.
Oh shit! It's so
Give him the hands. Really
I've always wanted to clip your wings.
Oh, boom! Phastos.
God damn.
Phastos. Love him. He's gay. People are upset.
Yeah.
You know how it goes. He kisses his husband. He's got like a adopted kid. It's real cool. It's
really fucking cool.
And no one makes a big deal about it, and that's good.
And you know what? I like the scene when he's standing in the aftermath of a terrible. People thought this was too on the nose, but he's standing in the. I'm trying not to spoil things for too much for Shibuya.
Yeah.
But he's standing in the aftermath of a horrible world event, and he's like breaking down.
Oh, I know all about that one.
Yeah, he's breaking down.
That's the one that I know, absolutely.
Yeah, because he feels like the technology, like him pushing them to make technological advancements, makes him responsible in part for this. And I think that's a really good scene that people kind of shit on.
Yeah, some of them, Kingo's cool, Makari's cool, Druid. So cool. I thought Druid was fucking evil. I mean, he just wore black. Yeah. He looks fucking evil, but he's not. He's actually really cool.
Druid, he didn't enslave all those people.
Yeah. But he also protected them with that as well, Yeah. It's kind of a give and take.
You really are a John Walker fan. I can see it.
And yeah, the final fight is cool. I can't wait to see the repercussions of what happened there,
Yeah, ends on a massive cliffhanger. So hopefully they make another one.
Apparently, oh yeah, the cliffhanger stuff is cool too.
God, the scale of it too. Whenever they show a Celestial in that movie, holy fuck!
Arishem looks so fucking huge.
Like, there's that scene where one of them is talking to the Celestial, and you think like they look really small on the body already, and then it zooms out, and they're like a dot compared to the body. Is like, oh fuck!
It's a cool movie. It's crazy visuals. And people keep rumoring that giant thing sticking out of the ocean is going to come into play real soon. So
I think I've heard that about 10 times for everything since
someone's going to be right eventually. Did we have any thoughts on the Eternals trailer?
I have seen the trailer. I think the idea of it's interesting, like how exploring how they've influenced human culture and all that sort of thing is really smart. I'm glad the movie does at least a little bit of that. I'm shocked you guys are saying that they balance out like exploring their cast as well as they do, because 10 characters, this feels like one where, you know, you could have made this one into a show, and like even though it doesn't have the big name draw of like a Loki or Falcon and Winter Soldier, you could still do a lot more fleshing out and building up to like this third act conflict with the villain. But yeah,
See, but the villains are really bad. Like they're absolutely terrible.
Yeah. No, and don't get me wrong, there's definitely members of the 10-person team that get less characterization than the rest of the cast, but they get enough that like I still know who they are.
Like you get where they stand by the end.
Yeah.
And yeah, I know a lot of people keep saying that this should be a show or it should have been a show, and I just don't know where you would, like, you'd really have to stretch some things out for it, because
I mean, I'm not saying it should have been. I'm just saying, like, with a cast this big, I'm shocked they made it into a movie instead.
Because like for like 1,000 years, they don't really do anything. They just live normal lives until this happens. They're just kind of hanging out. So Shawn, what do you give it as a letter rank here?
This is an A for me. I'm in fiction. I'm really big into characters. I'm much more of a character like enjoyer than anything else. So if you've got a cast full of a lot of characters that I like, and they all have really neat interactions with each other and very like personal and individual interactions with each other, like none of their relationships feel duplicated in any way, I'm gonna enjoy it. So yeah, this is an A for me.
This is also an A for me. Mostly because Selma Hayek on the horse and the hat. Oh my god.
I mean, you can't really go wrong with Selma Hayek.
And Shibuya, what about you?
Honestly, wasn't really planning on visiting this one, but I think you guys might have swayed me. I think I will be checking this out at some point. Maybe not as soon as some stuff like Shang-Chi or Black Widow, but like at some point, I'll probably go back on a rainy day and watch this one.
All right, Shawn, Hawkeye.
Oh, I love Hawkeye. I've always been like a Hawkeye fan. I like Jeremy Renner's Hawkeye. I think Hawkeye is fun, at least. And Haley Steinfeld is the love of my life. So, and she was the love of my life before this show happened, and she started to become the love of everybody's life. I just want to make that very clear. I've seen a lot of people in like the spaces that we hang out that are like, "Oh, I love Haley Steinfeld after Hawkeye." Nuh-uh. I've loved her since before Hawkeye. All right, I'm a hipster.
I just never heard of her.
All right.
Actually, I did watch True Grit, but like, I didn't think about who Haley Steinfeld was, you know?
But it's a really fun show. It takes advantage of the holiday season very well. It also advances some pretty heavy plot lines from previous entries in the MCU. The only big problem with the show for me is the second to last episode reveal that, there was actually another character in the background, and this is the one you've been waiting for. And it messes up the pacing of the whole thing. It feels really lame to have held it back for the end of the show. It's just, I don't like this trend of like, we know what you really want, and we're not going to give it to you until the very end. It's not for me. I don't love that.
Definitely a weird reveal. They could have done it a lot sooner.
They do the, "You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch," blah, 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 blah.
I paused when I saw it. But Hawkeye, pretty good show. I like Hawkeye and Kate's kind of
dynamic
Father-daughter,
mentor.
like.
Yeah, that. Echo, not too big of a fan of. Not really. I think she's okay.
Yeah, I don't think she's the worst villain in Phase 4, but she's definitely not the greatest.
But I think them announcing that she's gonna get her own show before we even like met her, kind of squashed some of the interest I had.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
I'm very excited for the show, though.
But yeah, all the high cost stuff, the trick arrows, the Christmas settings, Rogers the musical, fucking hate. I hate musicals.
Dude, I
That's
love
just
it
who I
so
am.
much.
Okay,
Oh.
well, you can hate fun. That's fine.
Oh God,
I guess I hate fun.
I fucking love. I'm gonna listen to it right now.
Put on that post-credit scene.
God, that was the worst post-credit scene.
Dude, I love how mad people got about that. It was my favorite.
That's me. I'm the mad one.
Yeah, I loved it.
Give me something meaningful. I don't want to listen to this stupid song. Why is it called Rogers the Musical? What about the 5 other fucking people who were there? You know?
So fucking good, dude.
That's what I'm really mad about. It's called Rogers the Musical.
Yeah. But
What about the rest of the Avengers?
What about like fucking Iron Man 3 having
What about the other 2 Avengers who are fucking dead? It's not all about Steve, motherfuckers.
Joke post-credit scenes aren't anything new, is all I'm saying. You know,
They don't even know Steve's dead. He just disappeared.
he's on the moon. They told us that in in Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Fucking Christ.
What Iron Man 3 when he was telling the story to
Yeah,
Banner? That was
Yes.
cool. That's funny.
this is fun too, and this is actual like
Well, no,
fucking
here's-
Broadway
Shawn.
performers.
Sean, listen. I get where Tyler's coming from with this, and I get where you're coming from with this. I think showing us the full performance is an interesting thing because, yeah, I mean, they
did put a lot of
whole
work
ass
into it.
like doing a whole song with a whole choreographed number, but you're
With
comparing
actual
this to Iron Man
performers.
3's. You're comparing this to Iron Man 3's post-credit scene when Iron Man 3's post-credit scene had our major characters that we care about. And I
Speak
think
for
this,
yourself.
Yes, I will speak for myself. Thank you very fucking
You don't
much.
care about Tony Stark and Bruce Banner, bro?
I'm joking.
They're
That's
science
weird.
bros. I love them.
That's weird.
Anyway, I think
I'm
this
not cut out the your
post-credit
joking
scene.
part.
I think this post-credit scene
Of
could have
course
been
you are.
elevated if they had just added the thing of like,
If there
of
was
at-
someone in the audience, like
Not
maybe
even,
put
not
Kate
even.
in the audience, I would have
at
been
the
like, okay.
if at the very end it zooms out and Hawkeye is playing this on his phone for Kate because he like recorded part of the musical, for Laura, and she just went, "But why is it called Rogers the Musical?" And he shrugs, and then that's it. All you needed to add was that little bit at the very end, and I think that post-credit scene, perfect joke post-credits.
Would have been better.
Adam Pascal from Rent.
Okay.
They got
Ooh,
one of the
from
guys
Rent.
from Rent.
I
That's
ain't
great.
never heard of
Love
Rent.
it.
That's that shit I gotta pay every month. That ain't
Rent's
nothing I ever
pretty
heard
fuck-
about.
It's pretty fucking big.
I just don't like musicals. That's just what it is.
That's
Yeah,
all right.
That's fine.
I'm listening
So-
to it right now.
What do you give it as a grade, Sean?
Oh, it's
Did
a
I
B
ask
for
you
me.
that already?
Bro,
Oh, it should, wait, have I?
you haven't
I
asked
even
me. You
gone?
haven't asked me. You've gone. I think.
I did.
Because you
No.
said you hated the musical.
Yeah. I did. That's where we're okay. Hate the musical. Like the LARPers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, fair.
You know, I should have known Jack
Oh,
wasn't a bad person.
love Jack.
He was just really sus. You know,
He
he's
was.
He's
way
just
too
an eccentric
sus.
fucking rich guy, which, you know, it makes him look sus.
Yeah, he's Batman.
I do like that we got. They could have definitely revealed Kingpin earlier. I do think that having him show up earlier and still have Charlie Cox in Spider-Man still would have worked just fine.
And we all fucking know knew he was gonna be in it because he's in one of the earlier scenes. They just don't show his fucking
Yeah.
face. Who else is that big? Nobody else.
Well, you gotta ease people in for the people who didn't watch Marvel Netflix Daredevil.
But then it's not gonna matter to them if they haven't seen it
Yeah.
because they're gonna be like, "Who the fuck is this guy?"
Okay, look, I also think Kingpin was mishandled. I
Yeah.
think if you had sprinkled him in a little earlier, it would have been fine.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing. We'll
Yeah,
fucking get into that.
yeah. When we do Hawkeye.
And I like the reveal about the watch. That was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Shibuya, now it's your turn, I think.
Is Hawkeye a perfect show? No. Is it still, despite that, one of my favorite Phase 4 things? Fuck yes. I have been waiting for Kate Bishop in this bitch for so fucking long.
Let's
Ever
fucking
since
go.
I saw what they were setting up with WandaVision, I knew, and I was just like, it's her time. Give me her. I want to see her. And then there she is, and Haley Steinfeld does a phenomenal fucking job playing her. I love that, like, from the jump, we see the impact that the rest of the MCU has on our new characters. I like that she's, like, canonically lived through the fucking first Avengers, right there in the middle of the shit. I like that we get that kind of motivation very early on, establishing, like, her mom's motive for what she's doing and her motive for what she's doing, and how those end up, like, clashing by the end. Fucking love Florence Pugh, as always. And I love her dynamic with fucking actual Hawkeye. I love that shit. I like the reluctant mentor figure because he has to come clean up her mess, but it's so good. This show has its problems. I think Kingpin being set up earlier and not left mostly as a fucking cock tease for the last episode and 20 minutes would have been great. I didn't go into the show knowing shit about Echo. I missed that announcement, so I wasn't spoiled by that on my viewing, and I think that definitely helped, because I thought it's a little messy, I'll admit, but I think Yelena coming in and then Echo coming in and all these crossing motivations overlaid on top of each other, leading to, like, Kate having to learn how to be a hero on her own, is really fucking good. And again, this show is far from perfect, but I love me a good Marvel thing with a Christmas backdrop. Iron Man 3 fucking proved it. And they did it again. Motherfuckers did it again. The Rockefeller Plaza fight is so fucking good. The skating rink sequence is so funny. Even just thinking about it now again, I'm like, I want to rewatch that. I fucking love
yeah.
Hawkeye.
Florence Pugh again killed it. Really liked her scenes with Kate. Also, her blip scene, really good, where the walls
So
just
well
fucking
handled.
change around
Oh
her.
God, yes.
Nutty, even.
Oh yeah.
It's the first time I think that we've seen the blip from the perspective of somebody who was blipped. Because, like, we've seen sort of like the aftermath of it, but that is the first time we've seen kind of through their eyes
It was
as
so
to
cool.
what
we
felt like happened.
We saw Monica come back, but we didn't see what happened before that.
Yeah, but this
Obviously,
is,
she
like,
was
very
sitting there.
clearly her POV of the entire situation, and it
Mhm.
makes it a lot more horrifying.
It looks so cool too. The effect is really good.
It's so good.
All right, so great, Shawn.
B.
I will give it a B. Shibuya?
It's not perfect, but I still hold it in way too high a regard. I'm dropping it in my ass.
Okay.
All
okay.
right, let's go.
All right, Shawn. Spider-Man: No Way Home.
This is a movie that throws away pretty much everything that was being set up by its predecessors and/or resolves it in the first 10 minutes of the movie or so.
Mhm.
But unlike another movie on this list that does the exact same thing, it delivers something excellent in its place. I think it's the best use in the multiverse so far, in that it does a really good job balancing fan service with a compelling story for our lead that still manages to land. It's not selling you the multiverse. The multiverse is being used as a tool to enhance its own story. And you could take out the multiverse elements from this movie, and the core arc for Peter Parker would still work. You'd obviously need new villains, but you could put any villain into that scenario and you could still get a similar arc for Peter that would land. And Michael Giacchino's score is fucking incredible. God, I listen to it all the time. Obviously, I'm a massive Andrew Garfield Spider-Man fan, so I freaked the fuck out when he jumped through that portal. Yeah, I love this movie. I love this movie a lot, even though I'm frustrated that it definitely doesn't feel like the finale to the trilogy that was being set up to me, but at the same time, they still made a good movie, so whatever.
Yeah. So Spider-Man, I'm a big Spider-Man fan, even though Shawn has the Spider-Man clothes in this art.
I'm also a big Spider-Man fan. I don't just have it for no reason, but yeah.
He just has it for no reason.
Just to make that clear, because that's just kind of how it sounded when Tyler was saying it. I've also platinumed Spider-Man PS4 like 3 times.
I need to go back and plat it on
Sure,
PS5,
dude.
but like, yeah, same. I love that game so much.
And the 90s show, boy. The 90s show? Anyway, sorry, yeah. Go on.
So, I absolutely love this movie. Really great. I loved all the stuff with Tom doing the college shit or trying to get into college. The Mysterio shit was neat. I liked how his teachers reacted. I think that's a funny scene, actually.
People have turned around on those teachers, which I think is weird because people really liked them in the first 2 movies. And then all of a sudden I saw people being like, oh, I'm glad that they didn't have big roles in this movie because I hated them. And I was like,
they had one scene.
I was like, you said you liked them in the last movies. They're like, oh, I've always hated them. And I'm like, you're fucking lying,
Bro?
but okay. All right.
God, Marvel fans sometimes I just don't get it.
But really good arc for Peter. He's God. Him and MJ, Ned,
Oh.
Doctor Strange is there. But I
Not
like him
quite
here.
not quite as good as the
second
What
best-
If episode, but
Yeah, second best performance of Doctor Strange in Phase 4. And then of course, I love the villains. Jamie Foxx
Oh,
absolutely kills it.
God.
Alfred Molina destroys it. Fucking Willem Dafoe. Come on, what can I say? He fucking crazy.
Can the Spider-Man come out and play? Oh, God.
That's a neat trick you have. That sense of yours.
God. Oh, he's so good. And even when he's playing...
Norman's on sabbatical, honey.
And it reminds you of why that first movie is so good, because when he's playing Norman for a little bit in the movie in No Way Home, that's also great. Like, that's what makes Green Goblin such a good performance from Willem Dafoe, is Norman Osborn and the Green Goblin are 2 distinct characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, of course, the Spider-Man come in and Andrew Garfield steals the show.
Oh, God.
Tobey Maguire, he does his thing. I still like
there.
him. I think as the wizened old man, he's still pretty good.
My favorite Tobey Maguire Spider-Man performance.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, they had the extra scenes that are really funny. I love when Andrew says, "I gotta see the holes." It's just like the look on Toby's face is just incredible.
God.
It's just a good story overall. I think the sacrifices that or not sacrifices really, they're the consequences of trying to be such a good person really take their toll. And that's just something that, that's something that happens. You can't stop it all the time. And fucking it's great. There's something I'm missing. Matt Murdock. Cool that he showed up.
Oh, God.
What a good cameo.
What a good kid.
Loved
When he
it.
catches the
Loved
brick.
it.
It's
Oh,
so
yeah.
good.
Love when
I'm
Andrew
a
gets his
really
redemption
good
with
lawyer.
MJ.
Oh, and he starts to like cry. Oh.
Couple of messed ups, of course. Sandman Lizard didn't really need to be here, but here we are. I do like the he can talk kind of joke they had in there. Cool seeing Wong. He has more appearances in this fucking phase than anywhere else.
And he's great in pretty much all of them.
There's something in the Aunt May stuff. God, they just love to hurt me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, there's just the shock and awe of how strong Green Goblin is.
Oh, man.
When he's like throwing Peter through walls and shit, I'm like, he's never been this strong. And of course, yeah, they throw out a lot of what was set up beforehand. But that's okay with me because it was good.
They still made a good thing. That's fine. As long as you make a good thing in place, as long as I'm fine. Whatever. Unlike some other movies on this list.
Yeah, changing direction works if you can stick the landing. And holy fucking shit, did this movie stick the goddamn landing?
The biggest downside, I think, to this is that it gave those weird fanboys what they wanted. Now Peter doesn't have any goddamn friends.
Yeah.
You don't really know anybody. This is what you wanted? A Spider-Man that doesn't interact with the MCU? good thing he's coming back. Good thing.
Look,
Good
his
thing
suit looks exactly
coming
like
back.
it does in the comics. It's no more of that shitty suit that he are. I hate that this movie, like,
You mean red and blue? Like most of them?
people didn't like his homecoming suit for some reason.
I
But
like
Suit's
that
fucking
one.
phenomenal, and people
It
who
is.
don't like it are cowards.
I like
I'll say
the
it.
Yeah.
I like the black, but remember, people also didn't like the PS4 suit because of the white. People
and I like the
hate
white.
change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People hate change. Shibuya, Spider-Man.
So Spider-Man was kind of a big one for me because Spider-Man No Way Home was the first movie I saw in theaters, like because the pandemic comes and goes in waves, and it was the first movie where my mom and I, because we used to watch every MCU movie in theaters, like every single fucking one. We were just like, all right, cases are never gonna get better. We live in a big city where people don't fucking mask up. Let's go like second week of January. Let's go in and do it, because if we don't do it, we know we're gonna regret it. So we masked the fuck up. We sat there horrified the entire time because there were people with their like 4-year-olds just eating and coughing nearby the entire time, and we were sitting near the aisle so we could fucking book it at the end. But it was a fucking delight. I fucking love this movie, and I'm so glad, because despite us all knowing that there were gonna be 3 Spider-Man in this movie for basically the entire pre-production and production of the fucking film, I'm so happy I went in not knowing what happens to Aunt May, which is a shock
yes.
considering how long after the movie came out we went to go see it. I don't know how I dodged all of those fucking spoilers, but I'm so glad I did, because I did not expect them to do that at all.
Yeah, no.
Because we all, like, ever since Spider-Man has been introduced to the MCU, we've all assumed that, like, since his Uncle Ben already happened, we're not gonna have to go through that. And then they fucking do it anyway. Directly because of the consequences of Peter's own actions with the Green Goblin.
They do it twice.
And they do it better.
Peter from the MCU gets it the worst out of any of them, I will say it right now, because of this shit.
Yeah.
Like, I think he ends up the worst off by far. His lows are the lowest of any Spider-Man. So I hope those motherfuckers who said that he had it too good and was too happy and had too many friends, I hope you all eat shit for a hot minute, because what the fuck?
I did audibly. Well, one, Tony was the Uncle Ben that we get to spend time with for more than 10 minutes at the start of a movie.
Yeah, he's like that figure for him, and he loses him the way he would lose an Uncle Ben, but worse somehow. So shut the fuck up, people who hate Spider-Man.
And audibly laughed in the theater when they're going through like all the images at the start with J. Jonah Jameson.
Oh yeah.
And fucking Iron Man Jr. comes up on the magazine.
Oh yeah. That was really good. I love everything to do with the Spider-Man in this movie. I think it's handled so fucking well. I'm so glad Tobey and Andrew came back. Their scenes were great. The scene where Andrew Spider-Man saves MJ left me fucking bawling, and I still think about it sometimes and just like have to take a moment. I don't really see how you could say this movie is abandoning what came before it, because like even with Far From Home, like after Endgame, Spider-Man's whole arc was going to very clearly shift, and all the Magneto shit and revealing his identity was very clearly setting up for like a drastic shift. And
Magneto?
Or not Magneto, fucking Mysterio, I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
And
yes, I was excited for that.
Yeah, I don't know that I like how isolated this has left him.
I think Shawn's point was that they just kind of breezed through it a bit.
And there's a lot of stuff. Well, I don't want to get too into it because we're going to talk about this when we cover these movies on the podcast.
We're gonna regurgitate a lot of these points once we get there again.
I'm just trying to give my overall very, I don't want to get too big into the debate because we will definitely have the debate when it comes time.
That's fair.
Tom Holland, still my favorite Spider-Man. As far as live action goes.
I would have to rewatch some of Tobey and Andrew to like definitively say that. But I think he has some of my favorite arcs in any of these movies, the Spider-Man movies. And
I'd have to rewatch. I have to watch for the first time Amazing Spider-Man 2 because I've never seen it.
Okay, it's been a hot minute since I've seen it. So
I tried like a month or two ago, but then they started talking about like Peter's parents and they're doing this spy. No,
yeah, unfortunately, that's how those movies go, man.
Always hate when they do the parent shit, but here we are.
I'm sorry, you're gonna have to sit through that.
I
Tom
need his
definitely
parents to
has
just
the
be
best
dead,
movies.
and that's it.
I don't like how isolated the Spider-Man is on the whole, because like considering all the Doctor Strange shit, a lot of this could have been prevented. But as far as like the core message and the action, I like it a lot. I still think this is my favorite of the 3 MCU Spider-Man movies by far.
Oh,
All right.
I'm curious. I won't know until we rewatch them all for the podcast. I'm curious how I'm gonna end up ranking these 3.
I would have to rewatch Far From Home again because I don't think I've seen it for a few years.
Well, I think last week me and Swarls watched Far From Home directly into No Way Home. It's a pretty good experience. But Shawn, what's your ranking here?
Oh, this is an S for me. It's a fucking incredible movie.
Okay. You can keep the Spider-Man art for now. I'll also give it an S. Shibuya?
Is that even a question? It's a fucking S.
I thought you were gonna be like, is it even a question? F.
Is it even a question? I didn't actually watch it. Fuck you. You got tricked.
All right, Shawn. Moon Knight.
Best part of the show is Oscar Isaac and Ethan Hawke, although I do also really like Layla. I think she's fun. I think Oscar Isaac gives a fucking fantastic performance in this until it all kind of falls apart at the end for me in the final act. I really did not like when the show got super mystical at the end. I just think it didn't look good visually. I thought that the visuals weren't there for television. And the entire final fight felt really early MCU to me in a way that the rest of the show didn't. It felt pretty contrary to everything else that the show had been doing up until that point. I enjoyed this show. I thought it was fine.
I absolutely love this show. Moon Knight, that's my boy, dude. Oscar Isaac fucking killed it. Love him in this. Gonna love him and across the Spider-Verse. Gonna be great. Love all the characters. Steven, Mark, Layla, fucking Ethan Hawke, whatever his character's name was. Arthur.
Yeah.
Arthur.
Harrow, right?
Harrow.
I
That's
think Harrow,
right.
Yeah.
Like Khonshu, he looked real cool.
Oh, the voice is good too.
Yeah.
Asshole though, absolutely. It's really cerebral. Now I'm not in the camp with everyone. Well, a lot of the people I heard on podcasts and stuff was like episode like, well, what's even real? Like, is this even happening for real? No, like
What?
obviously.
Yeah, obviously they're not gonna say that.
The
this was
fuck kind of reading of the show is that?
They
Well,
thought
it was
this was
'cause
some kind of dream world. Like they do the thing where they notice it's taking inspiration from one of the comic runs. They're like, well, this comic run did this, and in that one,
Okay.
this one's all fake, and he's actually in this secret hospital.
And that's how one of the
in fucking
episode ends.
Well,
space.
they play off of that and sort of invert it
Yeah.
a later episode. So okay. I
But even before that, they were like, well, is the driving stuff real or is it just a dream? And it was like, no, obviously that stuff happened.
there's a dead guy in the car.
Yeah.
If I'm remembering that right. Of course, it's fucking real. He
I
killed a man.
really like picking out when he's switching alters and
Yeah. Because you
who
can
he's
tell in his
switching
face he's
to.
really good at it.
Yeah.
But I love the show. Obviously, the third act, the final fight, hit or miss for some people. I like the stuff with thematically, like them fighting means, right? I like all the flashback stuff beforehand too.
Oh, that episode is
Episode
Oh.
5 is so fucking good.
I did
It's
use
heavy,
it in
but
a
it's
meme though.
phenomenal.
half of episode 5 is really fucking good.
Yeah, Shawn doesn't like all the boat stuff.
Yeah, I just think it looks bad.
It does look
Okay,
bad.
well,
But I
visuals
still like
aside, like the crux of episode 5 story-wise is really fucking solid.
I also don't like that episode 5 ends with him sacrificing himself and then it gets immediately undone in the next episode. Like, that felt cheap to me.
I
yeah,
can
but
understand that.
I still like the action of like I made it into paradise, but I'm gonna go back for you, kind of shit. You know?
Yeah, I do like that idea. Yeah, I don't hate the choices made in this show. There's just a lot of them that I don't love.
But the Arthur Harrow kung fu shit, it's okay.
Makes no fucking sense. It makes
I like
no fucking sense.
I don't know how that
all.
works.
They say time and time again that the suit is what gives him protection, and now all of a sudden Arthur Harrow is just
that's
fucking...
just for Khonshu, you know. We don't know what
the gods probably all work differently in that sort of thing.
And the other one, you just become immortal, I guess. You just
also
become impervious.
Poor
to
avatars, they get fucked. Anyways.
Yeah, they got so fucked.
Yeah.
But the giant I popped off when they fucking giant kaiju fight. I don't know
that
who saw
cool.
that.
That shit
I don't
was
know
awesome.
how that works, but it's cool looking.
I like
Sometimes
that.
it doesn't need to make sense. Sometimes if it's just like awesome, you can forgive it.
Yeah, the part
some people
of the
really
final
hate
fight...
the line where they're like, "Are you an Egyptian superhero?" I don't mind that. I think I think some people need to hear that.
What I said after the movie came out was like, or the show came out, because there were some people that we know that were like, that line was terrible, and I was like, I don't think it's up to me to decide whether that was like good and important. That's, that was for somebody else, and if they found it good and important, then that's all that matters.
Yeah, it's not about being terrible. It's about, is it a little ham-fisted? Maybe, but like, this is important to people who don't get represented very well in media.
Yes, exactly.
But yeah, I like it. It's really cool. I want to see him again. So
I'm
please
sure
come back.
we will.
please come back.
They really left that on a cliffhanger as well. So.
They left it on such a big cliffhanger. They need to keep going with that shit.
That was another show like Hawkeye where I was like, okay, we clearly know what is coming. Just give it to us already. And then they don't do it until the post-credits scene. And I was like, all right.
I just thought, hey, managing the first two guys is a big task. We gotta add this fucking murder in here. That's gonna, for sure. That's definitely gonna take its own season.
They just hinted it so much throughout the show that I was like, yeah. I feel like if there hadn't been like a million instances before that of them being like, what's going on? I didn't do that. I didn't do that either. Or they see the third sarcophagus and all that stuff. Yeah. Like, I feel like if those things had been lesser, then it wouldn't bother me so much that it was just done as a post-credit scene.
But also, I feel like you kind of muddle the messages when we have to go back and see him create this murderer in his head or something. I mean, when he splits that altar off.
Can't wait for that in season 2.
Season 2, baby. Clean slate. Shibuya, what do you think of Moon Knight?
I can't speak to how well it held up weekly because what ended up happening was I was a couple weeks behind. And this also happened with Hawkeye to an extent where it was like, all right, this show's been going on for like 3-4 weeks. I'm gonna try it out, see how it goes. I ended up enjoying it and then being like, fuck, I should have waited 2 more weeks. Why the fuck did I do this? And then episode 5 hit and I'm like, God fucking damn it, I should have waited 2 more weeks. What the fuck am I doing? I enjoyed it. I think this show doesn't work if you don't have somebody who can carry the role, and Oscar Isaac is fucking phenomenal going between these altars. He's so fucking good. I think Layla was really well cast. She was a lot of fun to watch on screen, and her dynamics with him were really fucking good. Khonshu being a douchebag is funny and also a little bit sad, but it's the nature of the story. And Ethan Hawke fucking kills it. I enjoyed it. I didn't enjoy the last episode twist as much. And I think having him speak Spanish just because, you have Oscar Isaac is a little bit much. But I am excited to see where they go for season 2. Because I think Moon Knight has a lot of potential. And hopefully he crosses over with some other characters because I'd like to see some of those dynamics. I think those would be very interesting.
Okay. Shawn, what's your letter grade here?
I think you aren't letting me do plus and minuses specifically because you want Moon Knight to look better. I
just
feel
don't want to do all the work.
No, it's because you want Moon Knight to look better. I feel
lazy.
like this is a C+.
I still gotta edit this thing, Shawn.
But it has to be a B because of Tyler's rule.
So
you win.
All according to
you
plan.
Get it. Yeah, exactly. In my heart, it's a C+. On the page, it's a B.
You heard it here first, folks. Shawn said it's a B.
He's
And
gonna
for
edit
me-
all my audio to make it sound like that's what I said.
And for me, absolute S plus. It has its problems.
S
I don't give a
plus?
fuck.
What the fuck do you mean S plus?
Quadruple S plus. Holy shit, Tyler.
Has its problems, but I don't care because I love it.
I think we're all gonna have
Shibuya?
that one. Yeah. Moon Knight, really solid. Like really, really solid. It is a flawed show, but I'm willing to overlook its flaws just because I really enjoyed what it did right. I'm probably gonna give it like, I'm leaning between low A or high B, but I think it's gonna be low A for me.
Shawn, tell us about Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Midness. I'm sorry, my bad, madness.
All right. The good of this movie. Sam Raimi is a very talented director, and he injects some fun into this movie in certain parts. Elizabeth Olsen is a very talented actress and tries her best to really make this work. And Xochitl Gomez, I really liked her in this movie, even though her character is given less than nothing to do really for most of it. You know, she gets some stuff to do, but
Yeah.
not as much as I would have liked. I thought she did a good job. The bad. I really don't like Michael Waldron's story for this, and I say Michael Waldron's story for this because he's on record saying that the idea for Wanda to start the movie as a villain was his idea, and that initially the plan was for Wanda to slowly become a villain over the course of the movie. But he thought, why would I let somebody else have Wanda as the villain when I can do it? And so we got Wanda as the villain in
That's
Multiverse
a
of
big
Madness.
Bro, what the fuck?
Which, in my opinion, is not a great way to decide story decisions.
It really
um,
isn't.
I don't like the massive leaps in logic to get to where we need to be for the movie to start. I know that, you know, you can definitely read the ending of WandaVision as she's getting into some bad stuff, but I don't read it as she's going to start murdering a teenage girl or trying to murder a teenage girl.
Yeah.
That's definitely not how I thought this movie was going to begin. I don't like how tacked on the multiverse feels to all of this. For a movie that was quote unquote going to knock the multiverse wide open, we get a montage that's like 2 minutes where he goes through some cool looking worlds, I guess. And the Illuminati just sucks. I hated the Illuminati, and I hate them even more every time I think about them. It's just not, I just don't think it's good. I think the sequence when they all die is cool. Like the Raimi of it is cool, but I don't think it makes any sense for what that group is supposed to be and what they sell to us narratively. It doesn't make any sense. I don't like Danny Elfman's score for the movie. I don't like that he threw away previously established character themes and instead is just coming up with his own for this, which I think is ironic because he didn't use Giacchino's Strange theme when literally a few months before this came out, Giacchino used Elfman's Spider-Man themes quite frequently in No Way Home for both Doc Ock and Peter. So it's like I like musical consistency across the MCU. I like when character themes are reused. I think it adds meaning to them, and I don't like. I'm not a fan of that they got kind of thrown out for this movie. I don't like how this movie throws out everything from the end of the last movie, but doesn't really give me something good in its place, in my opinion. I think that's the big difference between this and No Way Home. And at least No Way Home does an abridged like resolution of the last movie, whereas this one, Mordo shows up in the other universe, and Doctor Strange is like, "Oh, me and Mordo, we've had some run-ins," and we're like, "What are
Mordo,
you? What are you talking about?"
He tried to kill me every day of my life.
We're like,
Like,
"What? When?
When?
Yeah.
We missed that part. Why didn't I see that?
I didn't. Yeah, I don't like this movie. I don't like this movie a lot.
So, Multiverse of Madness is a movie that I didn't really like when I first saw it, right? I thought it was just okay, right?
Yeah.
And then the more I thought about it, the more I was like, I fucking hate this movie, actually.
And Tyler and I have kind of had this energy where we've been feeding each other on it a little bit.
Yeah, they sure have.
It's like a perpetual motion machine.
The Ouroboros of hating Multiverse of Madness over here.
We definitely liked this movie more when it came out, and definitely both independently came to dislike it on our own. but then have just started to feed on each other's negative energy related to this movie to become something even more powerful. So
Yeah, honestly, my face in the corner here describes me trying to sit through everybody shit talking this movie.
yeah,
Just
yeah,
like
yeah.
I'm just sort of smiling in the back going, yeah, this is fine.
yeah.
So I saw it in theaters. I took my brothers with me, and by the time we were in the car, we were like, a lot of that didn't work. I don't know about this one, but it's just like, yeah, Wanda. Sure, you can make some. They're not even leaps at this point. They're you're jumping over chasms to connect the dots between the end of WandaVision, where I feel sympathy for Wanda for what she did. Right, is a bout of emotionalism, grief, all that stuff, and then she
Feels
comes
like she
here.
genuinely feels bad about
Yeah.
what has happened.
Yeah.
She made the sacrifice play. This family that she ever wanted, she gets rid of them because she's hurting people in the process, and that's not who she wants to be. To this movie being like, I sent those demons. You know what? That shit was easy. The lying was the hard part.
I absolutely do not care if I now it's not even I'm controlling these people and making them into my puppets to play out like this thing. Now I'm just sending a giant starfish eyeball monster into New York to actually kill people.
Yeah, she was Gorath in this movie. Sure was a choice.
And it's like people hand wave it all out with like, oh, she's being controlled by the Darkhold. And I was
Is
like,
she, motherfucker? I don't think she is.
The Darkhold has a chapter dedicated to her. The Darkhold was made from a throne about her, right? How's that? That doesn't work. It doesn't make any sense.
They made it very clear in WandaVision that the Darkhold corrupts you. And I'm like,
okay, but
motherfucker, where?
Agatha's not the Scarlet Witch,
And also, we don't get... that show doesn't set up that Agatha was corrupted by the Darkhold.
It doesn't at all, actually.
No.
Yeah,
she just uses it. Her fingers are black.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And now it's like, oh, this has been the case from the very beginning. The Darkhold corrupts you. And I'm like, since when? Since when? And like, not even in the sense of... Because Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. uses the Darkhold, and they do like it kind of corrupts you in that you keep seeking knowledge from it, right? Like, it just turns you into a cartoon villain.
Like it keeps tempting you to come back.
Yeah, and to learn more and more. It's just, it makes you want to kill people. Like,
is Wanda a badass villain? Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Am I in love with her? Do I think that I love her more the more blood she gets on her throughout this movie? Absolutely. Is that something that I should reflect on in my own life? Probably not. But
no, you're good. You're set. You got it right.
God.
But like, she's definitely as one-dimensional as it gets for me, actually. She's got one goal, and you know what? I don't like that goal. I love her kids. They're cool. But bro, you're telling me you're not gonna mention Vision outside of the one time? You're not even looking for Vision, bro?
Why isn't she looking for Vision in all of this as well? Or...
Yeah, it's just not well balanced.
And then I'm just gonna be honest, I ain't never seen a Sam Raimi movie outside of Spider-Man ones, and only one of those is like really good. This movie doesn't convince me to see more of them, but it's just like there's just some weird things. Like the Bruce Campbell cameo is kind of funny, I guess. I mean, you make him slap himself for 3 weeks. I don't know why you did that. You were stealing, actually. You were in the wrong. That's not fair.
I also really don't like Doctor Strange's arc in this movie and I know people are like, oh, he has to learn like to be hands off. And I'm like,
but that's kind of the thing of the first one, where it's like that's kind of the same message as the first one.
I don't know if stop being a dick is enough of a character arc for somebody's fourth appearance or whatever for me. It just it It falls flat
It's
for me.
just weird. What else? I like some of the Raimiisms. One, excellent transitions for most of the part. Really good transitions from scene to scene. Some really good visuals on their part as well. But like, yeah, we don't spend a lot of time in the multiverse. Like we see all that stuff. We see a Living Tribunal for the second time of this phase. We'll see him again in Love and Thunder.
We see the Savage Land, it looks like.
Yeah, we see like bees and skulls and shit. And that's cool.
But it's
But
like a
like
montage.
we don't do anything in it. We go to New York with grass. It's covered in grass now.
Mm-hmm. And
yeah,
has
the mortal-
apparently it's being led by a team of superheroes that are competent enough that they've ushered the world to this like paradise, but also they get got in like 3 seconds each and make incredibly stupid plays. Like,
Yeah.
I don't understand how the Illuminati is like, I get the idea. It's their hubris, dude. You just don't get it. It's their hubris. And I'm like, yeah, but everything else that they're showing me is that it's not just hubris. It's that they're fucking talented because look at how the world is, right? Like you're showing me one thing and then trying to have like if they did a thing where like we saw underneath the surface of this other universe and actually things were really shitty and it just kind of looked like the Illuminati.
Like if they had turned it into sort of a pseudo dictatorship for the sake of world peace, that could have been interesting.
But instead,
if we spent like reasonable time there,
Yeah.
Instead, it's just like, oh, look how perfect this world. Look at these are the guys that like have made it that perfect, and now one of them.
But it's a little different because in this universe, green means stop and red means go.
And Mr. Fantastic, the world's smartest man, is apparently an idiot.
Okay. I'll defend Mr. Fantastic on this one. I'll defend him for this.
I won't,
because I see what he's doing. Right? It's executed really wrongly on the staff's part, but I see what he's doing because he knows that Wanda's inhabiting the body of a different Wanda, so he's not trying to hurt that Wanda, right?
Oh,
but she kills them all anyways.
Because there's a hostage in the situation. Technically,
my problem isn't that like he's not trying to kill her immediately. My problem is that when it gets time to fight, his plan is I'm gonna launch myself at her and not like I'm gonna use any of the million pieces of tech that I've created that could probably handle this situation.
His power is a stretch, dude. That's all he's got.
Oh no, but it's his mind. It's his mind. He has a portal that he could walk through that would presumably take him to a room full of inventions that could help him in this.
He's a stretch guy.
I don't like that Black Bolt, who has trained his entire life to not make a noise. Otherwise, he's going to kill everybody that he loves. I don't like that he freaks the fuck out at the first sign of anything.
How would you react if you didn't have a mouth?
I think that if I had trained my entire life to not make a noise,
Bolt, probably happy.
I probably wouldn't make a noise.
Well, no, because you still got a voice box.
Yeah, but I've trained myself not to react to anything. Like, that's it. Like, he's trained himself so that if something crazy happens in front of him, he doesn't go, oh, fuck, and then kill everybody standing in front of him.
That'd be me.
You know? Now, oh, I'm going to make you use I'm going to use my magic to make you use your voice box and make you, or if she had done some mind shit where she made him see Mr. Fantastic as a villain and he kills Mr. Fantastic because his brain has been fucked with. That would work better for me. But the idea that this dude that has trained his entire life to have no reaction that would harm people immediately has a reaction that kills him, it doesn't work for me. It comes across as somebody that knows what Black Bolt's power set is, but has no idea who Black Bolt is and is writing the sequence for Black Bolt, if that makes sense.
I don't like how the Mortal stuff took the wind out of my sails. The second Doctor Strange made that comment about how Mortal tried to kill him or whatever, I was like, okay, well, fuck me, I guess, right? But then he falls into a hole. That's it.
And then Doctor Strange pretty easily parkours his way out. And then Mordo's just like, well, I guess you got me. I guess I won't parkour my way out. Captain
Marvel, Lashana Lynch, did the best she could. I don't really like her line delivery in it. I'm just gonna be honest.
I don't blame any of the actors for this.
Yeah, but I I lost that bet with the old Tony Stark.
Yeah, because
I lost that one.
You really thought he was going to be in it.
God, I really hoped. It
Yeah,
wouldn't
I
have
saw
saved the
rumors
scene.
floating around. Like,
It wouldn't have saved the scene, but
fucking hell.
Also, concept art just came out recently, or not concept art, sorry, storyboards. So, storyboards over concept art, they do storyboards once there's been a script. So that means that at one point, this was in the movie, Obadiah Stane as Ironmonger was going to be one of the...
which you can't really. You
Which,
want a guy
no,
named
that-
Ironmonger in
Yeah.
your team.
It was going to be
if Stain
Ironmonger.
was like a fucked up Iron Man, maybe, but no.
It didn't have Mr. Fantastic. Instead, it had Ironmonger and fucking Balder. Balder the Brave. A
Fucking
random
hell.
Thor character. Which obviously that didn't make it to screen, but...
Yeah.
although
but
Boulder was
Lashana
filmed,
Lynch,
there's a set photo of Boulder in his costume laying on the ground, like, dead.
Yeah. Lashana Lynch, Captain Marvel. It's still kind of cool, I guess, but I still think it's weird to show us with anything involving her mom doing anything before we see, her take off in the Marvels. I think it would've been cool
No!
after the fact, but whatever, she got killed by a rock. Captain Marvel,
They dropped a rock on her, like when
The
Captain
woman
Marvel
who flew
flew
through
through the ship
18 spaceships.
and flew through the command ship literally a couple movies ago. Oh,
Yeah,
just drop a
like-
statue on her and that'll do it.
That'll do it. Only one I was happy about, Captain Carter. Good riddance. When she was fighting and she was like, I could do this all day. I was like, shut the fuck up. I said it out loud in the theater. I was like, shut the fuck up. You can't say that.
I also
That's
don't.
Steve's. Where'd you even learn that from? You didn't grow up the same way Steve did.
I'm sorry, but
Anyways.
I'm feeding off of Tyler's negative energy. I also don't like how
I can
it's
tell,
very.
don't worry.
It's very clear that only Captain Carter and Captain Marvel were on set together for this because they're the only
Yeah.
two heroes that interact during the fighting. Everybody else gets killed in an individual sequence. I don't like the current Marvel thing, or I guess maybe not current Marvel thing, because it might have been only for this movie, but the idea of we don't actually know who's going to be in this scene. We just know that there's going to be an action sequence and people are going to die. I think, we're just going to shoot an action sequence. We know that Captain Marvel and Captain Carter are going to be there, so they're going to fight together, but everybody else, it's just an individual thing because we actually don't know who we're going to put in this scene yet. I don't like that.
The last thing I'll say about this scene in particular are how many times are you going to watch Professor X die? Quit doing
I liked
it.
that scene. I'm not going to lie to you. I thought that part was cool.
It was
the way they
a jump
handled it
scare.
was really good because that one had a
Yeah.
lot more gravity than any of the
Yeah.
others. So
Yeah.
I respected the choice
Just like
and I
It's
appreciated
like
it.
the third time I gotta see my man die.
No,
and
I
it
know
was-
it's fucked up, and I hate seeing him die every time. But
It was cool when they played the X-Men theme as he rolled out. I
Yeah.
liked that.
Yeah.
Da-da-da-da-da-da. Love that.
But I will say when they're running away from her
In the
to get the Book of Ashanti, they shouldn't have talked it up so much. But when they're running away from her and they're closing all those water gates or whatever, and then they close one, and they're doing this to buy time, right? Why do they stop and look at it?
Because it's a
For
classic
so long.
horror.
I remember being upset at this at the theater. I was like, you're gonna let her catch up to you at this rate? Fucking keep moving. You don't stop until you're at the very end. Jesus Christ.
Mhm.
It's dumb, but it's a dumb movie. By the end, I think all the Christine stuff is just weird. He didn't seem that into her in the first movie. He was actually really mean. And then to say that shit at the wedding is very ill-timed and very bad on you, Doctor Strange. I don't know why you would ever do that on our fucking wedding day. And then the weird eye stuff. The eye stuff.
At the end.
Where he gets the eye at the end and he screams to the sky, and then the post-credit scene, it's fine. It's it's whatever.
And my
I'm
name
eyeing
is...
it up now.
Actually, I don't even
And
think
Charlize
they
Theron
said...
is there.
I don't even see her name, but that's Clea. And it's
Yeah, it's
like,
Clea.
oh, Clea's here, and we're gonna go stop the incursions. And it's like, okay, yeah, you're setting up Secret Wars. I get it. All right, fine.
Okay. Next movie. Shibuya, you have any thoughts outside of all of our negativity?
This movie was
about
fine.
Doctor Strange?
This movie was decent. I don't like that they turned America Chavez into a walking,
Yeah.
talking MacGuffin. I
Yeah.
think
Yeah, she
that
is
was
just an item in this
not
movie.
a great fucking choice.
Nope.
But I did
I thought
like
one was gonna die, but I'm glad he didn't.
yeah. I did like her chemistry with Strange. I think their interactions were nice. This movie absolutely has Sam Raimi's blueprint all over it, for better or for worse. I think some of the horror aspects, especially when you do it with Wanda, were really well executed. Like there's I'm forgetting the specifics, but during that one scene where Wanda is like taking over the version of herself in the Illuminati universe,
Oh yeah,
where she stares dead at the camera. That shit was fucking
She looks in the
fantastic.
cup and there's like the waves, and then she looks in like a mirror or reflection or something, and she sees the Scarlet Witch, and then she looks at us.
Yeah,
I'm
and then
like,
she looks
oh.
directly at you, and that shit's unsettling, like in the best possible way. Hey, Wanda's characterization in this. This is the worst characterization she's had in the MCU, and that says a lot coming from me. If you're going to make the Darkhold this corruptive force, you need to show us the in-between, not just the start point and the end point. Also the Scarlet Witch shit. If you had not turned her into a Hydra experiment, maybe you could have made that work with like, oh yeah, it's on the mountain, the prophecy of the Scarlet Witch. But you're trying to shoehorn all this in when you don't have the foundation for it. The foundation was for this other plot point entirely, and you fucked it up. What else? I like the fight scenes. I think those are well executed with Strange at least. That music fight is stuck in my brain ever since I saw this in theaters. Just because I think it's so creative, and fun. But yeah, on the whole, I think when I saw this, when I was fresh out of seeing this movie, I thought it was, it was decent. Not my favorite MCU movie, certainly not my favorite thing from Phase 4, but like, it was fine. And over time, my opinion of it has just become like a little bit less. But now hearing all this shit, I'm just like, yeah, it's whatever. I probably wouldn't rewatch it if asked.
I still haven't.
I haven't,
Yeah,
and
I
I
haven't
won't
seen it
until we
since
have
theaters.
to. Until
I
we
bought
have
the
to cover
Blu-ray
it.
because I'm a sucker, but I haven't watched it. All right, Shawn, what's your score for Multiverse of Madness?
Oh, this is an F for me, dog. No, this is an F. Like I said earlier, characters are really my thing, and just I can watch a movie that like has a bad or has some subpar visuals if the characters
But Shawn,
and
if
writing
you
is
just
really
believe in
good.
yourself, you could be an S.
But if the visuals are good but the writing is bad, that's not enough for me. So yeah, this is an F.
Yeah, I agree with that. It is an F for me. Will you?
I wouldn't necessarily call this an F. I think there are bits and pieces that I enjoyed. For it to be an F, I would have to actively despise it, and unfortunately, I have not been tainted the way you two have with your self-perpetuating hate loop.
Corrupted
So I'm dropping it bottom
by
of
the
C.
script.
Just bottom of C for me.
Okay. Shawn, Miss Marvel.
Oh God, from something terrible to something incredible. Miss Marvel, my entire heart, it has it. It has its flaws for sure, but Iman Vellani is like instantly endearing in the role, and the entire cast that surrounds her does an incredible job. The first few episodes that just kind of focus on her life as a Pakistani American like teen is like some of the best stuff in the whole MCU for me. They're very stylized episodes. The middle of the show, they do some stuff that really makes it lose its footing, but by the end, it manages to get back on its feet and delivers a really strong finale. Not my favorite finale, but probably my second favorite finale behind Loki. That really brings the style and the charm of the characters back into the full front focus. And I also really love that it doesn't shy away from poor treatment of Muslim communities by the American government as well. Like, there's a line in it where they're like,
what
is
fucking Deemer or whatever her name is was like, yeah, power shouldn't be given to them, and the guy's like,
whoa,
them? What do you mean them?
What the fuck, man?
She's like, teenager.
Yeah. But also,
like, that's not what you meant, bro. Yeah. That ain't no way.
But there's also a line at one point where they're like, we gotta make sure that we're tracking this community because we think there's a superpowered individual. And they're like, we're already tracking them. It's a Muslim community. We are already tracking these people. And it's like, oh.
And they walk into the, I don't know what their place of worship is called. But with their shoes on.
They're very disrespectful throughout the entire, it's really, it's clearly.
Deaver's her name. Deaver.
It's clearly written from the point of view of somebody that has had to deal with that disrespect for a long time, and they know just the tiny little accuracies to make it hit. So I really love Miss Marvel.
Miss Marvel, I think, is a very good show. But for me, I only really liked a good half of it, or maybe a little bit over half. I think once we leave Jersey, like, I think all the stuff that happens there is important, for the culture, for a character. But I think it kind of plots in the middle there. I think we could have cut some of that down. But I love Iman Vellani as Kamala. I love all her friends, Nakia, Bruno. Cameron was okay. Red Dagger was cool. I loved her family. Her dad's really funny. Her brother.
I'm thinking about the scene where he comes out with the Hulk.
Yeah, that's really good.
Apparently, some shit just came out about the dad. So it's like, but the character is really good.
The character is really good.
Yeah.
The DOZC is a weird, kind of antagonist here, kind of. I wish we just cut all of that stuff with the, what do they call themselves? The unseen, the Jinn
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, because I just think for Ms. Marvel's first outing,
we didn't need all that. The clandestines.
Why we gotta go like multi-dimensional, like stop the universe from crumbling type shit?
And it really doesn't make any sense either.
Let's just keep it small time, and then we can build up. But whatever. The guy from Spider-Man's here.
Yeah.
Cleary. And I mean, really fun scenes. I like the like festival they had. That was really fun.
Yeah. I like her suit a lot.
Avengers Con was cool.
Oh, yeah.
With that Ant-Man head, a lot of Ant-Man art in this show. A lot of nods to Ant-Man, because there's a giant Ant-Man head that rolls around for 5 minutes. There's the Ant-Man art in Pakistan.
Oh, I'm sorry. I really liked. I was looking at the cast list. I really liked the depiction of the religious leader at her mosque. I thought
Sheikh Abdullah.
Yeah. It was a very positive depiction. Of that kind of that role.
Nakia running for chair on the board, or whatever it was.
Yeah, they did a good job. From what I've read online from people that are in the environment, they did a good job of depicting the good parts and the stuff that really doesn't get talked about when people talk about Muslim religion and the religious community. It does a good job of depicting the bad or the good parts while not shying away that there are definitely some outdated viewpoints in terms of gender roles and that kind of thing.
And in Sync was fun. It was a lot different than just power versus power fight.
It's very well edited too. It's
yeah. And all that beforehand was really fun too. Even though don't know why Zoe was there just at the school. She just fucking showed up. But yeah, that's all good. I just think we can cut out the universal stuff and cut out the time travel. We don't really need it,
Mm-hmm.
I think without it, it'd be a much tighter show.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm excited to see her again in the Marvels. Should be this year.
Ms. Marvel is the thing that more so than anything else in Phase 4 that I unfortunately have not been able to watch yet. Everything just got way too busy, and I had too much scheduled stuff that I had to buffer. So unfortunately, this is the major thing that I have wanted to see for months, and I just have not had a good time to sit down because I would want to do it all in one shot. There's no way I would want to take a break in between. But having rewatched the trailer again, I fucking love it. It's unfortunate that it stops being such a smaller scale story from what you guys are saying. Because I think like a homegrown hero, in like the middle of Jersey would just be a really tight, really good story, and I'm happy that the portrayal of her culture is really well done.
And because Marvel kind of hits that like Spider-Man kind of
yeah
level for me when I think about what's at their core. You know, they're in this location kind of. You know, they have a community around them.
And I will say by the end, they do bring it back around to that kind of smaller scale thing. So I do think it lands. It loses its footing a bit in the middle.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how that's gonna go. When I do end up watching it, like how I'll feel, about that that midpoint where they just sort of. I
also wonder. They make some interesting ties that I think are weird in that middle part. I wonder if they're gonna bring that up at some point again.
Yeah, there's weird stuff in the middle part.
So you have to say Shibuya or?
Yeah, I don't really have much else because I haven't fucking seen the show yet.
Shawn, what's your ranking of your rating of Miss Marvel?
This show's an A for me. Yeah, it's a solid A for me. I really loved it. I really hope that Adil and Bilal, who directed, they like headed up the directing team and they did the first and last episode. I hope that Marvel scoops them up to do more after they got fucked over by DC and WB because they made Batgirl as well, which we will
that's true.
We will never see, unfortunately.
Fuck.
So I hope that Kevin Feige called them up the next day and was like, anything you want. If you want more Miss Marvel, if you want any other hero, whatever, just come make stuff for us because they deserve it.
I will give it a B for me. You Shibuya.
Absolutely at the very top of my planning to watch, but haven't seen yet. This more than anything is like the one that I want to see because I think Miss Marvel, especially since they're building up, Captain Marvel so much. I'm excited to see this, and I'm excited to see the Marvels later this year.
They do some really cool stuff with visuals too in that show.
Yeah, the trailer alone already, I was just like, these visuals are fun, but in a way that's not grating for this kind of story. So I'm excited.
All right, Shawn, Love and Thunder.
This movie's fine.
The first four for one of our heroes.
Yeah. This movie's fine. Chris Hemsworth is still funny as Thor. I love Natalie Portman in this movie. I think she's incredible. Christian Bale does a good job as Gore, even though he's really not given a ton to do. Whenever Gore is on screen, he's great. It's a fun time. I feel like it misses quite a lot on the character side, unfortunately. There was a lot teased about Valkyrie, for example, and none of that is in the movie. They really hyped her up a lot in the promotion, saying that she was going to be a big part of it and that like her quest to like find a queen, like there was going to be some good LGBT representation.
One shot and then one mention.
There's like nothing. It's barely in the movie. I think it really never hits the comedic or emotional highs of Ragnarok. Probably one of the most disappointing, not one of the worst Marvel movies I've seen, but one of the most disappointing just because of how much I love Ragnarok.
For me, Thor Love and Thunder, really fun movie, really funny movie. Even if all the jokes don't hit, obviously, there's so many of them, a lot of them have to hit.
The goats fucking got me every time. Which I know people got tired of the goats, but every time they came back, I fucking lost my shit.
Natalie Portman, good to see her back in this role. Valkyrie's cool. Korg, he was all right. I could kind of take him or leave him this film at least. And then the rest. I liked seeing Daryl again. I know no one else cares about Daryl but me. But I really like those Team Thor shorts. The fucking Matt Damon and fucking everyone else is back. Fucking what's her name? Melissa McCarthy. When they do the play about Ragnarok. That's all fun. But yeah, Gore doesn't have a lot to do. He doesn't do a lot of god slaying. But he is pretty creepy when he gets the chance to be. And I do love that scene where it's all black and white due to the lack of color. But the only thing that is in color is the like towers, right?
Yeah, that sounds right. I haven't seen this since the first time, but that sounds right.
But yeah, I mean, really, really good movie. Kind of a simple journey. Save the kids, you know. I do like that we do see like, oh, here's what Thor and Jane were doing between Dark World and Avengers 2 or Avengers 2 and Infinity War, Civil War, whatever. Or I guess we didn't see them again until until Ragnarok, but they broke up. They broke up is what happened. I like seeing that relationship kind of fizzle out. Jamie Alexander killed it. Absolutely fantastic in the role.
Yeah, 5 seconds.
Love seeing her back.
In a fucking joke scene. In a joke scene that isn't as funny as her joke scene in Loki.
Yeah, but God, apparently there's a lot cut from this movie.
Oh like, yeah, a lot. And you can tell.
Like so much. Like Bass was cast. Fucking, I mean, you can see her. She's in the shot, but a lot of stuff happened. I think it was maybe the first post-credit scene. I don't know which one they were, but the one with Jane, really good. The second one, not as I didn't care as much about the guy from Ted Lasso. But yeah, I mean, this is an okay movie. I think it's a fun watch. But not exactly a good watch, if that makes sense.
Yeah, this one just sort of fell by the wayside. I haven't seen Love and Thunder. Even just from the trailers, I got the vibe that it wasn't gonna be like not even just on par with Ragnarok, because Ragnarok is my favorite Thor movie by far. It just felt like it was going to be kind of mediocre, which is really unfortunate because I do like the direction Taika Waititi took Thor in.
Yeah.
But bringing it back from Endgame, where I feel his characterization was like really fucking flanderized, is difficult enough on a good day. So, I think the angle of having Jane be the new Thor, I love that. I was waiting to see when they would decide to bring that into the MCU, and I'm interested to see how that relationship unfolds. But like, I'm not really looking forward to watching this movie, even though I'm probably going to end up doing it at some point. It's a little lower priority than some of the others.
I think Ragnarok took Thor to about a 10 for me. And then Love and Thunder took him to 11. And I think we should go back to 9, right? I think we should dial it a little bit back, and we'll be in a really good spot for how Thor could be. Because like going forward,
it's important to have that balance where like he doesn't need to just be funny man all the time, and I think making him a fish out of water requires a very delicate balance, because like it's been 4 solo movies now and multiple team ups. He's not really a fish out of water anymore. He kind of knows what he's doing, so he can crack a joke every now and then or just make a funny observation, but absolutely pull it back a little bit.
I like. Shawn said all the goat jokes got him. The jokes that got me every time was any joke that involved Stormbreaker or Mjolnir.
Yeah, that shit was funny.
I think those are really funny. I think I really like everything Jane does with Mjolnir. She uses it kind of in a different way. And I like how she came to possess it. Even though I think the time frame in which she obtains it and then we see her as Thor, I would have liked some elaboration on that. It's kind of
definitely a lot.
It's not as bad as Wanda, but it's not. It's like there's definitely some time in there that I would have liked to have seen.
That's unfortunate.
But Shawn, why don't you give me your score?
It's like a C for me. It's a fine movie.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it in C as well.
Yeah, this movie is going bottom of my plan to watch. Like, not anytime soon, but at some point.
Okay, Shawn, I Am Groot.
They were fun. I thought they were cute.
Okay, I didn't watch it. Shibuya.
I didn't watch it.
All right, Shawn, what's your score?
Like a C. They were cute.
All right, me an F. I hate Baby Groot. Shibuya.
Oh, these are all Baby Groot? No
I
Teen
assume
Groot at all?
I think they're all. I think there's some Teen Groot in there. I can't remember.
Okay.
Okay, sorry. Let me recant my statement. I hate Groot too. Okay.
No, they're all Baby Groot. I was wrong. They're all Baby Groot. Yeah, it's
Okay.
all. It's
Okay.
all
Even
little
worse.
Groot.
Probably not gonna watch it. Not super interested. Even though
You
they're
don't
shorts,
fucking
I
need
just
to. Yeah,
Nah.
there's nothing in them.
Groot 1 was peak Groot. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, yeah, he was the GOAT. He was the Groot.
The Groot. Ugh. No.
Yeah,
I don't
don't say that, man.
Can I just say what I
No.
rank this and we'll be done?
Yeah. But you.
This is a C for me.
Yeah, you said that.
Did I already?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I got lost in the Groot, dude. Jeez.
We need to wrap this up. This shit's been going on for a hot minute and we're
Yes.
falling apart.
All right, Shawn. She-Hulk.
All
Did
right.
you finish it?
To be completely transparent, I skipped about 3 episodes in the middle of this, so I've only watched about 2/3 of the show. My thoughts about this is that it doesn't really know what it wants to be. It doesn't know if it's sometimes it's a legal comedy, sometimes it's a big MCU adventure. I didn't like the ending. It felt like a cop out for something that they themselves admitted they didn't know how to land. My dog is barking a ton. Hopefully, it's not super hearable.
Yeah, that'd be all right.
Uh,
People like dogs.
It was dragged up from the mud by Tatiana Maslany's performance as Jennifer Walters, Charlie Cox's appearance as a Daredevil, and some genuinely funny writing at parts of the show. I think I would have enjoyed it more if they'd either taken out the big overarching storyline or just had a fun superhero legal comedy air for a few months, or maybe just done like a 2-hour movie. I don't know. I didn't really like this show.
She-Hulk. Okay, so I'm gonna preface this by saying I respect women. I like women. I'm not sexist, okay?
Okay, Tyler, you have my blessing. You respect
Thank
women.
you.
That does not affect your critique of a fucking show about somebody who happens to be a She-Hulk. Go ahead.
Okay, so She-Hulk as a show is dog shit. I think so going into this show, before just watching the trailers before an episode came out, I was like, this is gonna be a fun legal comedy with superheroes and handsome individuals. There's not really gonna be a plot. So I'm just gonna sit back, have fun, enjoy some laughs. It's gonna be good. And at first I thought, maybe that is what it's gonna be, continue to be, but it didn't. So there's not enough Jen being a lawyer in the show for me, right? She does a case for the first 4 episodes, and she does a case in episode 7, I think. No, 8, because she gets beaten by Daredevil. But other than that, she's off just kind of doing life stuff, I guess. I do like all the ancillary characters we get, like fucking the guy who won't die, Mr. Immortal. I don't know how I couldn't think of that. And like Man Bull and all that stuff. But I think like Shawn said, he doesn't know what it wants to be. Because then I'm like, okay, well, there's not a plot, so I'm gonna enjoy it. But then they start doing this like, oh, there's this secret organization in the background. The boss isn't gonna like this. What are they planning? And they do it for 8 episodes. And then on episode 9, they go, hey, none of that shit fucking mattered. And I'm like, hey, why'd you write it? It doesn't make any sense. But I mean, there's some good jokes. I liked Tatiana Maslany as Jen Walters. I liked her friends. I like Pug. I like Nikki. I almost called him Daniel Cox. What's his name? Charlie Cox.
Yeah.
Who's Daniel's cock?
Charlie Cox.
I
Really
mean, the only one who can answer that is She-Hulk. Let me tell you.
But I'm not one who is usually privy to this kind of stuff, right? But the CG, ooh, the CG not good.
Especially in that last episode. Oh my god.
Especially in that last episode. It is not good.
There's a scene in the last episode where very clearly nothing on the screen is real. And you're like, oh my god. Like, there's not a single real thing in that scene.
Like Shawn said, the ending, the cop-out, you just write it. You should have just written it better from the start, is all I'm saying.
Yeah, and when you're coming out in it, like, if you're going to do that, also, don't go out in an interview and be like, yeah, we really didn't know how to tie all this together, and then we ended on this ending. Like, it doesn't sound good when you say that. I as your lawyer, I would advise that you don't say that.
Some good things. I liked Emil Blonsky. Sometimes. I liked Wong. He's cool. Bruce was cool. I like seeing Bruce all the time. Daredevil, obviously. I like Luke Jacobson, the suit maker. All that stuff's rad. It's just kind of a mess of a show at that point. Honestly, if we ever get like a Patreon or something, one of the goals, I would sit down. I would recut the show. Honestly, I would sit down and I would actually re-edit the show because I'm petty. But there's one thing I wanted to mention. I fucking forgot just now. I do like when Todd says Wakanda Forever. That's funny. Other than that, I don't know. It's just. Oh, here it is. I found it. I know they paint, like, obviously women have struggles. That's not hidden. That's just a fact of the world, and it needs to get better. But when she tells Bruce that she doesn't need his help, she's better controlling this stuff than he is. It doesn't read super well, It doesn't read super well.
I would push back on that a little bit because I feel like also the point of that scene is that she's wrong, because doesn't the show then go on to prove that she doesn't have as much of a control on it as she thinks that she does?
I don't know. But I just think, telling the only hero character that I know of in the MCU that's ever actively tried to commit suicide, that you can do this better than him and you don't need his help, is kind of messed up. Kind of messed up. Also, he's your cousin. I liked her cousin, fucking Jed or whatever.
Yeah.
Ched. Yeah, he was funny. Her dad was supportive. That's nice. Other than that, not a show I would ever probably watch again.
I mean, at this point, I just want to see the Hot Mess and also Daredevil.
Daredevil's really good.
I think that's firmly my stance on it. I will get popcorn. I will be there to laugh at it and to maybe enjoy a couple of character interactions, and that's about it.
So just watch episode 4 and episode 8, and then the last 10 minutes of episode 9.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, and you're all set.
This is the official Tyler viewing order, everybody.
Oh, trust me, I have a viewing order. I just gotta nail it down. I gotta write it on paper.
Fuck yeah.
I think it's pretty solid. Okay, Shawn. We watched this together. Werewolf by Night.
Oh shit! Wait, do we have to grade?
Oh yeah, the scores. Sorry. Yeah. My bad. Let's get that.
I'm gonna make you put a D tier in because I don't hate this movie as much as I hate show. I don't hate this show as much as I hate Multiverse of Madness, but it's not good. So She-Hulk is a D for me.
All right. Some of you might have guessed it. It's a goddamn F. It's bad. And it's just bad. All right, Shibuya.
Yeah, it's right above Love and Thunder in that I don't want to hate watch it, but I want to it's like The Room. Sometimes you want to watch media that is bad just to, turn your brain off, make fun of it a little bit, and see what the fuck it's about finally. That's how I feel with She-Hulk, very firmly.
Okay, we just gave the scores, but there's one more thing I want to say. One, I thought the twerking scene was funny. All right, I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
But on the contrary, I also don't know why we had post-credit scenes for
Yeah.
the first 4 episodes, and
then
no more until the end.
yeah, it was weird.
That's kind of weird because they're just comedic scenes, you know.
Yeah, that's a weird
make some
fucking
more.
choice. No, what the fuck?
Either way, Werewolf by Night, Shawn.
Werewolf by Night is one of the greatest things that Marvel has ever made. Michael Giacchino delivers on his first directing gig with like an extremely fun and campy love letter to like those classic 30s and 40s Universal monster movies. And he also pulls double duty by doing like the most goated score. Like, probably the thing in Phase 4 that I'm most excited to see a follow-up to. I fucking love Werewolf by Night.
Werewolf by Night is definitely one of the greatest things in the MCU. It's so fucking good. I like the aesthetic of it, the old school monster movie stuff, but it's not placed back then. You know, it's modern times.
Yeah.
And all the actors kill it, even though I don't know any of them. Creative ways to get around gore. Love Ted. He's the boy. That's why Baby Groot's obsolete, because we have Ted now. Previously seen in Thor Ragnarok, actually. But yeah, it was one of those things where, you know, me and Shawn are watching it together. It's over. It ends. And I'm just like, fuck. I need more of that.
Yeah. Immediately.
You're telling me the guy who made all that good music made this? That's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Who would have thought? Who would have thunk it? Excited to see where this character goes and just that side of the Marvel universe more.
So, I was only able to watch 2 things that I hadn't seen yet, in preparation for this. One of them was the Guardians Holiday Special, which we will get to. And the other was this. I saw this last night, and I was stunned by how fucking good it ended up being. I wouldn't say it's the best thing in the MCU period, but I would say it is absolutely top 3. I think that it's a perfect little standalone thing. I think the way it's directed is spectacular as a love letter to the classic monster movies of the black and white era. It's amazing. I especially like that the werewolf suit was practical and that it looked a little bit camp and a little bit more humanoid, because I was ready for the CG to hit. And that transformation sequence, the fact that it's all shown with shadows and just her reaction in the cage as he is turning is fucking fantastic. If you told me Giacchino had directed before, I would fucking believe you. I cannot believe that this is his debut directing gig.
Yeah.
And the fucking little touch at the very end when she gets the stone and they play Somewhere Over the Rainbow as an homage to Wizard of Oz and then go into color. Fucking fantastic. I loved that shit. And the fact that her jacket has been red the entire time.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I mean, I kind of saw it as red, but when they showed it, I was like, dang.
Yeah, no, it's just,
it's
just so perfect.
Didn't they film the whole thing in color, right?
I mean, they would have had to for that scene. But yeah, the post-processing effects on it, they gave it like the film grain texture, and they even had like little bits I noticed in the corner where it looked like decomposing film almost.
Yes.
And I thought that was fucking great.
It even had the scene marks as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did.
I also fucking love
I love the corpse in the box. I like when it falls.
It's so funny. The head falling off was so good.
And the little butler guy.
I love that he got a fucking hallway scene too. Like Werewolf by Night had his own little hallway fight scene that was pretty good too. So
I watched this one with my mom. And during that hallway fight, there's one guy who's just standing by the door as it's slowly closing, just not fucking getting out of there. And we were screaming like, "You are so stupid! I don't care what they're paying you. You are not going to live to see that paycheck if you don't get the fuck out of here." And then he died. So you know, rip to that guy, but he was too stupid to live, I guess. I fucking loved it. I love Ted. Ted's my guy. Ted's the goat. I would love to see more of Jack, but I don't necessarily think we need a sequel to this. Like, if he shows up in something else, that could be fun, because we haven't really gotten more of a supernatural element outside of, like, maybe the Egyptian gods in Moon Knight. So seeing that clash with the superhero stuff would be very interesting, I think. I'd be down.
Especially with Kit Harington. The most surprising thing about me, the most surprising thing
We're almost
for
there.
me is that they made like a physical Ted.
Yeah.
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
And like the set photos and stuff.
That's awesome.
All right, Shawn, what's your grade for Werewolf by Night?
S.
Yes, absolutely. It is S for me as well.
It is one of the easiest S's on this list. Put that bitch up there.
All right, Shawn. Black Panther. Wakanda Forever.
This movie had like the hardest job of anything in Phase 4 and managed to deliver something like really special. I really, really like this movie. It does a very good job balancing a story about grief that is really pulling at your heartstrings while also introducing really cool characters to the MCU. Riri Williams is awesome. Namor is awesome. The fight scenes are awesome. And all at the same time, Shuri and Queen Ramonda are breaking my heart over and over again throughout the entire movie. My only complaint about this movie is that I felt like M'Baku needed a little bit more to do. I would have liked if they'd cut out some of Everett Ross's stuff and put in more M'Baku instead.
Look, the white guy's got to have his time too, Shawn.
Yeah, you gotta have a little bit of the white guy's time, but and although Everett Ross stuff felt like set up for future MCU stuff, so that is like where I'm like, let's just cut that shit out and put in more Wakanda.
Got a Thunderbolts it, got a Secret Invasion it. Like, why is he on the run?
Yeah.
Black Panther Wakanda Forever is a very special movie. Very, very good message about grief. But it's not just like for Shuri, it's for like everyone. Everyone in this movie is going through something. And there are some surprises in this movie that for some reason I had never even considered.
Yeah, me too.
I'd never thought about it for even a second. And when it happened, I was like, fuck, you know what? That's on me. I should have thought this was going to happen.
Yeah.
But Namor is awesome when he's flying around and shit.
And he's got the little fucking ankle wings.
Yeah, the first time they showed the feet, I was like, that's a little weird. That's a weird shot. But when he's bouncing around, slicing through ships, it's fucking cool. Shuri's incredible. Queen Ramonda steals the goddamn show. Okoye.
Oh yeah.
Nakia, love of my life. Everybody. Riri's cool. Contrary to what a lot of people say, I actually like her like Wakandan suit. It looks pretty rad. But I mean, she won't have it in the show, so you know, we'll see how she develops what she learned there into that. And it's a good reset for her too as well. You know, we don't want the weird Spider-Man complaint, I guess. But yeah, it's a really good movie. I didn't go see it again. I'm patiently waiting for it to come to Disney Plus so I can watch it
February
again.
1st.
Yeah. I'm so mad it wasn't out yet.
Yeah.
That's too far away.
They're giving it a lot of time.
I want to watch
in
it
theaters,
again.
Which I get. I get that they want to give it its time in theaters, but I'm also like, I really would like to watch this again on Disney Plus.
February 1st, though.
They know what they're doing.
Yeah, come on, guys. Come on, Disney.
Kevin was in his office,
God,
like
I just put that together in my brain. Jesus fucking Christ! If that's bro,
Kevin was in his office, like this is gonna hit.
Kevin Feige, I'm speaking directly to you now. If you listen to this podcast, first off, thank you very much. Hi, what's up?
Please
second off,
come on the podcast. We want to talk to you.
Told you this was a good idea because I think you need to reevaluate their position in the company, my guy. Like I get the intent, but come the fuck on.
Other than that crazy movie, I just want to watch it again in the comfort of my own home where I don't have to deal with cell phones, and also sometimes movie incredibly dark.
Yes.
So fucking dark.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'd like to see it again.
That is
for
my only
purpose.
complaint is I don't like how specifically the Namor related stuff is lit.
Yeah. But I think all that stuff is cool. I do wish we got a little bit more characters for Namora and what's his name? I what's his name?
Describe him a little bit.
The big guy. The big telecon guy. The one that Okoye kept fighting. Atuma is his name.
Oh yeah.
He's a big warrior guy.
He was cool.
I feel like we got a couple more scenes with them would have been nice. And yeah, the ever wrought stuff is like kind of nothing. You know, he's in the first movie, just put him in the second one, kind of shit. That's how it feels. But I think they handled a lot of it well. I was kind of worried on how they'd handle, you know, the actual passing. But they did good.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I like the themes. I like the messages. And that scene in the I still think about that scene in the ancestral plane. It's just crazy, nutty. Shibuya?
Unfortunately, I did not have the chance to see Wakanda Forever in theaters. And I really regret that because everything I've seen of this movie in trailers and everything I've heard of this movie from other people makes me really excited to see it. And if Disney weren't sticking to their guns and holding this movie out for another month, I would absolutely have seen it before this podcast. I'm excited because I'm hyped for Ironheart, so I want to see her cameo. I'm glad to hear that they handled the story aspect of like the grieving really well, and isn't it the case that they like censored Namor's bulge in the final movie?
Yeah,
Wasn't
they
that a thing?
absolutely.
Oh,
they
did they?
absolutely
I didn't even
censored it.
Funniest shit
notice.
imaginable. Yes,
There
Dick too
are
powerful.
there are set
there are
photos.
definitely set photos where there is a noticeable cock bulge.
Yo,
You're
let's
like-
go.
You're like, sheesh. I may not be like. I might.
You
be
don't have to
theoretically
swing that way to
bisexual,
just be
you
like,
know?
God damn, dude.
Bisexual in theory.
Bisexual
practical.
Not in
parentheses.
practice.
What Tyler's personal what if?
Okay, Shawn, what's your score?
Oh, for me, this is an A.
Yeah, I'd also give it an A.
Yeah, I'm
think it's
absolutely
really good.
watching this.
All right. Last but not least, the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special. Take us away, Shawn.
This was fun. I had a good time with this. I like that Mantis got a chance to shine. Drax continues to be a character that I used to really love. He's got some funnies in this, but it continues the trend of kind of treating him like an idiot that I don't really love in Guardians 2 and the Avengers movies. Absolutely the best part of the special is the goated little music video in the middle of it when I Don't Know What Christmas Is plays, which I am now putting on for the rest of our discussion.
You say the middle, but that's like right at the start.
That is the very
You're
beginning.
right. It is the very beginning, but it's goated still.
For me, the holiday special was pretty fun. Nothing like crazy. You know, nothing crazy is all I'm gonna say. Of course, yes, that first song I Don't Know What Christmas is very good. The other song that Kevin Bacon sings, not as good.
Not at all.
But I like giving Mantis more to do because it doesn't really feel like she has much to do ever. And I like that, you know, logically the thing they reveal in this is that that she's his sister, right? And if you just thought about it for a couple minutes, yeah, that makes sense.
It does.
Absolutely. Drax again, yeah, just like Shawn said. Maybe he just peaked in Guardians 1,
Mhm.
you know.
There's no maybe
Maybe
he
just-
did.
Yeah.
His characterization anyway.
So having them two together, it's kind of like, yeah, maybe someone else can go along. Maybe Rocket. I don't know. Someone else. One I didn't like. I've already mentioned it. I don't like Groot 2. So specifically here, I don't like how he looks here at all.
I like the way he looks. I'm on the
He's-
opposite
Him
why is he
side.
looking
so-
like an
why
awkward
is he so
teenager is a
bulky?
little funny.
Yeah.
When he first showed up on screen during that first music thing,
Yeah.
I was like, is that someone wearing a Groot suit? Like a little mascot now? Someone made a mascot of this place?
I love it, dude.
But no, it's just Groot.
He
just
got
looks weird, and
gains. He got some gains, bro.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all. So Guardians 3, probably your last chance to win me over on this Groot. That's all I'm saying. Otherwise, toss him out in the woods or something. I don't know. Also, they bought Nowhere from the collector. I thought the collector was dead, but it shows what I know.
No, he was in a cage in that scene.
Was he?
Yeah.
I thought he was dead.
No, him dying was fake. It was part of the Reality Stone thing.
I guess
don't
because
know.
he's like an immortal or something. Him and his brother are weird beings. The Kevin Bacon stuff was kind of funny sometimes. I do like that fucking. I have questions about how Nebula got that arm.
Yeah.
Because that's the vibranium arm.
It is.
Yeah, I do
That's-
too.
I got questions. Gun. They need to fire you from DC and bring you back over here so that I can ask you these questions, and then
Yeah,
you go
but-
back over there.
No.
Yeah, hire you back.
No, save
You're doing
DC,
good work over there,
please.
DC.
Please save DC. Please. I like DC too. I want it to be good as well.
Yeah, I like some of the DC stuff they put out. The way better animation though. You know, they have really good animation. department.
Shibuya. What do you think of?
Shibuya, the holiday special.
I watched this on January 2nd, so a little bit out of season, but not quite too far
Not too
out
far,
yet.
no.
It was cute enough. The rotoscoped animations were a little bit funky, but I understand
Oh, yeah.
for something like this, it's probably like a time and a budget constraint, so I didn't mind it too much. The premise is cute. I do like that they're trying to like
I
save
think it was
Christmas
just
for him.
for the. I think it was just to emulate the like Star Wars Christmas specials type
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh, that's
There were
funny if
definitely
that's the
some
case.
choices where they were trying to emulate the Star Wars Christmas special, because that's kind of the joke.
Yeah, that's fair, I guess. I like the premise. I think that's very cute, giving Mantis something to do. Very nice to see, because she's kind of an underutilized character in the grand scheme of things. She outright makes a joke. And while they're looking for Kevin Bacon, about, I think specifically she says, I should have brought Groot. And yeah, she should have. Fuck Drax in this. Drax's characterization in this is fucking nightmare. I hate what they've done to him. Fucking sucks. Although the sequence with them in Hollywood and people taking photos and just giving them a shit ton of money, that was
And
funny.
the Kingo posters are cool too.
They go
Yeah.
to a gay bar, I'm pretty sure, at one point. That was fun.
That's definitely a gay bar.
And I bringing Kevin Bacon in is fine. It's a good way to pay off the whole Footloose thing. But Jesus fucking Christ, it's so clear that when Kevin Bacon agreed to do this, he was like, "You need to give me a number. You need to give me a full song where I am shown on screen 50% of the time." And
Actually, I think I read that he didn't know he was going to be singing.
Really? It felt really forced. What the fuck? I loved the first Christmas number. At the very start, it's really good, really well written. And the second one just, I understand that it's so you have a song in the backdrop of this, but if you had just had Kevin Bacon cover the song from the start in like kind of a different style and be a little more heartfelt, that could have worked. That song just was boring and didn't sit right with me. But I thought the special was fine, cute, drags a little bit near the start, but it has its moments. I'll give it that.
We didn't. The last thing I'll say is we didn't touch on them, I don't think, but Cosmo is incredible. And
I love
Cosmo's
Cosmo.
cool.
her very little.
And Peter definitely didn't have
Showtime.
anything to do.
Yeah, well, I'm sure he's
Probably
gonna have
on
a
set for
lot
like
to
a day.
do.
Well, yeah,
and-
as a special, I don't mind him not having too
Yeah.
much to do.
I do like when he was like, "That's human trafficking."
yeah,
Yeah, That was really
Also,
good.
that first song, I actually remember choking on my drink when it was like Mrs. Claus, she works the pole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a pretty fine special. It was okay. Shawn, what would you give it?
It's like a B for me. It's all right. I had fun with it.
I'm gonna put it in C tier just because of the second song. I just didn't like it. You know, I think that was a weird choice by the end. Shibuya?
I think I'm gonna give it a low B. It's not something I will go back to during the holidays, I don't think, but it was cute for what it was, and I did enjoy it for like 80% of it. 20% I have issues, but it's not like awful.
Just gonna rewatch Iron Man 3, you know?
Exactly, dude. Fucking Christmas movie, right up there with Die
It's
Hard.
Christmas. Take him to church.
Hell, I'll rewatch fucking Hawkeye. Let's go.
That's true. When I went to the Disney Plus section, like all the feature stuff, it had the holiday stuff. It was Guardians Christmas special, Iron Man 3, and Hawkeye in that order.
They are so fucking smart.
They know. But that does it for all of our rankings. Shit, probably should have written those down as we went along, but I didn't. So
Sorry,
I have
man.
to listen to it and make edits as I go. Any final thoughts on Phase 4, maybe as a whole, Shawn?
I thought it was a really solid. I thought it was a really solid phase. I know a lot of people have been like, "Oh, this was the worst phase of the MCU," yada yada. Having just gone through phases 1 and 2, I'd say I liked Phase 4 more than Phase 1 and 2 overall. I don't think it reaches the highs of Phase 2, but I think consistently it had more stuff that I enjoyed. So, yeah, I liked Phase 4.
Phase 4 is pretty decent. People think like, oh, what even happened in this phase? We didn't build to anything. Like, bruh.
Hold up, let him cook.
Attention? Have you not been paying attention? We got Kang. We got Celestial shit.
They don't know about the Young Avengers.
Young Avengers popping up. Billy, Tommy, Kate, Eli. We're missing someone. We need a little.
Well, no, Cassie's gonna get set up in Quantumania.
Yeah,
that's the last
Cassie
piece.
as well.
You got everybody.
We got Mystical Side with Werewolf by Night, Moon Knight, the post credits of Eternals, and a bunch of multiverse shit happening. Like we can go in so many directions. There's so many directions to go in that can all culminate in a bunch of stuff, including, of course, Kang Dynasty, Secret Wars, all that. Like we're building. Let the pot simmer for a bit, you know.
Let him cook.
I think it's a little weird that the last thing in this phase is the holiday special. That feels a little out of place. Granted, it is weird having our first official phase that doesn't just have an Avengers movie as the cap off, but I'm willing to give them the benefit of the doubt. I'm willing to just wait and let them cook because more than anything else, I think in the entirety of the MCU, Young Avengers is the shit I have been looking forward to the most. After Infinity War and Endgame. And I think the way that they've incorporated the TV shows, for the most part, She-Hulk notwithstanding, I think it's been pretty good. I'm excited to see where they go with it. There have been dips in quality, both on the movie and on the TV side, but I think with Loki Season 2 on the horizon, and with, potentially bringing back Daredevil and all the Netflix shows, I'm excited for the future. Genuinely.
Yeah, the quality dropped a little bit for sure, but I still like genuinely enjoy most of it.
And
of course, there are the outliers.
I don't know that there's anything they've announced that I'm not excited for that. So I'm
except for Echo.
No, I'm excited for Echo still.
I just mean me.
Oh, okay.
I don't hate women though. Just putting that out there again. I know it's another woman-led show. I don't hate women. It just the character is just not interesting to me. Not right now at least. Maybe I'm gonna watch the show, so maybe she'll bring it back. Her and the tracksuit mafia. Yeah, I guess that does it. I guess we're done here.
We made it.
Hell yeah, we fucking did it.
and it's only taken us
like 4 hours.
Like 4 hours.
I think the episode will end up being what, like 3 hours?
Yeah, close to 3 hours. We're about 250 now.
I'm gonna stop recording, right?
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
Do we need
we
to
gotta
plug?
do plugs and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shawn, where can people find you?
On Twitter at Shawn_AFK. Everything that I do is on there.
Nice. For me, you can find me on you can find me on Twitter and Twitch at Rims, where I'm streaming probably Marvel Snap. I got a problem. Didn't help. Also you can watch my other podcast or listen to my other podcast, OP Overpowered Anime Podcast, where we're going to be covering JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 3. And Corn doesn't know this, and Corn doesn't listen to this.
Oh shit.
I've chosen that we're going to watch 7 Deadly Sins because I know that has some good fights in it, and I want to see those fights.
All right.
Good luck.
I'm sure it'll be fine. Who knows?
I mean, at least the OP slaps.
If not, I got a backup plan. I always do. Just like I have Shawn's address. Shibuya, where can people find you?
You can find me on Twitter, on Twitch, on YouTube at Shibuya Gato. If you're interested in anime, but in a very specific brand of anime, you can also listen to my Yu-Gi-Oh! Rewatch podcast, The Millennium Microphone. We are just about to hit the end of season 1 of GX, so I'm excited for shit to start hitting the fan and never stop hitting the fan until the very end of the show.
Oh yeah, GX is wild.
GX is fucking nutty.
And you just built that puzzle on stream. That was pretty fun.
I did. It was a 9-hour stream total. The first couple hours were building the little like gold sarcophagus to put the puzzle pieces into, and then putting the actual pieces of the puzzle together because they come on those like model kit sheets and they're all separate. And it doesn't come with instructions for building the puzzle itself, but it has instructions for interlocking the individual pieces. So you have like 30-some pieces total. And 7 hours, no instructions. Fuck piece 24 and fuck piece 30. Bitches,
Yeah,
I hate them.
Piece 30.
They fucking suck. Yo, fuck piece 30. That shit is a nightmare.
All right, as for this podcast, you can follow MCUnhinged on Twitter at MCUnhinged. You can also find us on Anchor at anchor.fm/MCU-unhinged. You can also find us on Spotify, Google Podcasts, and also, if we're not in a place that you listen to, come over to the Anchor page, copy that RSS feed, plug it into your podcast app of choice, and we will pop up there regularly for you. All right, that's it. Again, next time we record, I promise. Phase 3.
Civil War.
Civil War.
Promise time.
Team Cap or Team Tony? We ran the poll. You guys are fucking wrong.
Or Team Nobody. How about that?
That's not a team.
Team
that wasn't in the
Everybody
marketing.
has some fucked up issues here.
Yeah, that's my team right there, baby. That's it. Everybody's got fucked up issues.
Team Everyone should go see a therapist.